Think we're live? It's hard to tell. It says excellent, so let me check YouTube real quick. I haven't done this. I've done this directly through OBS this time, so I'm not sure if it works, but it would be cool if it did work. It is. It said it's scheduled for now. Think we're live? Oh yeah, it's working. So we're up. Let me get my screen up. In fact, I should probably do this in an incognito tab so people don't see my accounts and stuff. So maybe I'm gonna lose you for a second.
No worries.
And I'll log back into BGA. I get it. Can I play now? Let's go. Let me log in. Got to log in with King Cloud.
Are we doing it in what we did last time, where it's not real time, so we have like unlimited time and stuff?
Yeah, I think so. I think you choose essentially on BGA like how much time you want to give the other player, and I just made it unlimited because come
on. Okay, fair enough.
I need to log into this and I don't know how. This is very frustrating. BGA, I don't know what it is, but something weird happens with BGA, and I can log in only with like Google, but I can't seem to put in a password. It wants me to use like the Google special hidden password, and I can't find where it is. Give me a sec. I need to go my passwords here. Board Game Arena. This is great. Log out. Password managers are nice until they're not. And then you can't do anything anymore. That's fantastic.
Why? What are you trying to do? Log in?
Yeah. But I'm trying to log in on an incognito tab, so I need my password. And my password manager doesn't work on an incognito tab. So I can sign in automatically if I'm like logged into Google Chrome. But I want to be able to log in to a second tab. And it's being a little git. So now I'm going to have to reset my password real quick. Yeah, they're in Google. I'm trying to do it on incognito, so I need to get a new password. Use a strong password. That's great. That would be good. All right, that works. Am I Geek King Cloud here or just Geek King? I can never remember. Hey, we're in. All right, man. I'm coming. Let's go. So, why don't we talk about TCGs for a second? Why don't we talk about TCGs for a second? I'll click start now just to get this up, and I'll get my game screen up, which is just my monitor, I suppose. There we go. So we're here. I'm going to agree to this being a beta, and then we can just give it a sec. So, history of TCGs. It says warning the stream. Something has happened. What has happened now? Jesus Christ, please. Please. The stream's bitrate is lower than what we recommend. That's just my internet being crappy, but I can't do much about that. So, history of TCGs. We've been playing TCGs for probably just under 10 years now. When I came back from Mexico the first time, we really started getting into Magic, which was 2015. So 2015, yeah, so 8 years. We've only been playing about 8 years. Never really got into it before then. I was into Warhammer and stuff and some earlier board games, but not much. You know, we played some of the old Dungeons and Dragons board games and such, but really, I didn't really get into them until, yeah, we started playing Magic. We bought some really crappy starter packs, and then we went to the first pre-release that we went to, I think, was... Oh, God. It was with the Thopters, and it was like the Egyptian... Oh, my God, what was it
Battle for
called?
Zendikar.
Zendikar, and it had the Eldrazi's and stuff, obviously, yeah. So we had the Battle for Zendikar pre-release, and then we went to a couple, but we didn't really connect with the people. And we went to Final Fantasy, and we kind of fell in love with that game, met some good friends, and since then I've been obsessed. So I like to try all the TCGs, like every TCG. I like to try card games. I think that they're awesome. I have 300 board games in my cupboards, but I will play a card game. I would always prefer to play a card game. And I am hearing myself through your mic a little bit, Lewis.
Yeah, I think... let me just turn the thingy on while we're on before, and I'll just shout. Right, I'll just get close to my mic when I talk.
So this is a new TCG, but I don't really know how it can... It's being a tradable card game, which is what TCG is, I guess, instead of a CCG, like Ashes or Legend of the Five Rings, where you basically buy all of the cards. Every time they come out, you buy packs and you have all of the cards. I actually really prefer that. It's way cheaper and it's more interesting that everybody can play the best decks if they want, but that's just not the way that games go, and all the best ones seem to just be TCGs because they can make the most money from that. But right now in this cupboard here, I have all my card games. I have decks sleeved, ready to go for Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic, Final Fantasy, Lorcana, Flesh and Blood, Lightseekers, the Warhammer version of Lightseekers, Netrunner. I have Nightmare Before Christmas, the card game. I have Buffy the Vampire Slayer card game. One Piece came out. I never got the Digimon or the Transformers ones. There's the two ones I still need. But I also have board games. Like I said, Ashes. I have, not Mindbug. I guess that's not really one. But I just got a bunch of Vampire Masquerade. I love card games, man. Yeah, I don't know. I think the coolest thing is having a hand of cards and having so many decisions you can make. Like drawing a card is so exciting because it can just be anything, right? And I don't know. I think that's really cool. You have the fortune of you're living in the UK, so you actually have locals that you can go to for pretty much every card game. You can go to our local.
You have
shop.
a fortune as well, to be fair.
No. There's very few like locals here, and everything is pretty much
live in
magic.
the UK.
Oh no, when we yeah.
You moved.
I moved, yeah. I moved away and I lost that, and that's really sad because I would love to play more here. I have my Lorcana decks, and it's basically I just play against Kim, and that's it. There's nobody else with Lorcana. It's not even out here yet, so it's really a shame. I would love to be able to, especially keep up with Final Fantasy, but yeah, like I said, just try out some Lorcana, some new stuff. Flesh and Blood, I would have really liked to have played, but I just missed that completely. That One Piece game, I got some starter decks and that's it.
Trash again.
It was also not very good, yeah. But this is a new one, and what worries me about this one is, as a TCG, you buy boxes of cards that come in these 6 different factions. So you can have, there are 6 different colors, but your deck can only be one color. So you should pretty much always have 6 decks ready to go, right? And with Lorcana, you need 2 colors. It's 2 colors to a deck. So you can always kind of have 3 decks, because if you make a deck with the cards from 2 colors, you can always make decks from the other 2 colors without getting in the way of each other. One thing we always did was we had a shared collection of Final Fantasy. So sometimes if we wanted to play the same color, it was challenging, right? We'd have to borrow cards and stuff. With these, you don't have that issue. But it also means that, 5/6 of your collection is worthless at any one time, right? Because you're not using them. And I think you can't even splash another color, or you can, I think it just limits your deck building massively, which is really strange because a lot of these games are deck building, right? the deck that you build before you go and play them is more important than playing them a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And this one's kind of weird because I think also if you get a rare version of a card, it can be the exact same card, but in a different faction. So having a unique theme to each faction doesn't really make sense if you can get every card in every other color. Because you are splashing, but you're only splashing with rares, which I think means the collectability, like the expensive side of TCGs, buying the cards that you need, is going to be even worse here because you're going to need to find very specific rare versions of very specific cards that other people are going to want as well. So that really concerns me. It seems like it's going to be a very expensive game if you want to build a deck with, you know, certain cards in it that are also certain colors. There are also unique cards in this game, which I don't know has ever worked correctly. So you can get unique versions of cards that have different numbers on them and different abilities that nobody else can get. And you're only allowed 3 of them in your deck, your 40 card deck. So it's you know, less than 10%, but still, I think that's a little bit weird as well. That's like the, you used to have unique decks with Keyforge, but all of the cards were still, I mean, you didn't build your own decks with that, so it didn't matter. This one, I feel like if your unique cards are too strong or you're paying too much money for unique cards that are really powerful, maybe because they don't affect games too often because they're like less than 10% of your deck, but if they hit the board and you win from them, that's also really bad because that's just, it means the luck of the draw is too powerful as well, right?
And the small part, like the small time we had one game of this, right? So the little we've played of it, it seems like that is something like it's very viable that could happen.
Like one card could make all the difference, just drawing the correct
exactly.
card.
Like I felt like I was quite losing to you when we was playing until I drew that one card that spread it across the board, and I was like, oh,
the
unless you can stop
gigantic,
this, I won.
Mm.
And because you had a massive card that you kept anchoring, so you kept it on the field, and I won because of that one card, and I drew it twice. I do feel like that could definitely happen.
I guess we're gonna see this. These are short games. It's late for you. I know it's like 11 p.m. for you. It's 5 p.m. for me here. So let's jump in and we'll start playing. I want to try one of each of these decks, but each game should only be, I think, 15 minutes. So maybe it'll be just over an hour to get through all these. I think I was gonna just randomize it, but maybe I'm just gonna work left to right, and if you want to work right to left, and we'll just play every deck. That works. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's start then. So I just wanted to go over kind of our history of TCGs. We play a lot of card games. I play Commander all the time. I play online when I can, but I wish I could play more. I'm really limited to like my friend group and Kim, essentially. Whereas you do go to locals and you do jump in every now and then. You haven't been in the game often, but you do play a lot of games and you have a lot of experience. So I think we're qualified as anybody to be able to kind of see how good a card is by reading it and understanding the mechanics of the game. This game doesn't have combat, so it's a little tricky. It's a little bit different. You kind of are, like, you kind of compared it to Top Trumps, which is really weird, but also, yeah, kind of. There's just 3 stats, right? There's like this grass, this mountain, this water, and you're just trying to get the highest stat in each one. So really drawing the right card matters because you don't have a choice. It's not like the card comes with 5 and you can assign it to what you want to assign them to. It's always going to have the same amount of grass, mountain, and water. So if you draw badly, your opponent can just keep going, which is kind of weird. So yeah, I'm going to start with Sierra and Oddball Axiom Hero. So it looks like the brown deck. Renowned Engineers. So construct powerful machines and let their strength carry you to victory. Which faction are you?
I'm going to be Akesha Taru, the purple one. So reading this card, it looks like I tap it to do an effect, and I have no idea what it means. So we'll see, I guess.
I think what that allows you to do, so this game works like Ashes, where you can do as many quick actions as you want, but as soon as you play a card or do a main action, which is playing a card in this game, it passes to the other player, and you can pass back and forth. Like, you can play back and forth as much as you want, but as soon as you choose to pass once, then you're done, and your opponent can just keep playing. So you're kind of like, I don't think you can beat me at this point, or that's all I can do. I'm passing and just hoping you don't have anything. I think your character's cool because you tap her and it kind of fake passes. So it passes to me, but then when I'm done, you can still go again afterwards. So you can kind of, I want to see what he's going to do before I play anything else, because maybe I want to keep this card in my hand. And so that seems like a really cool power, actually.
That is actually quite cool. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I get that. Yeah, all right, yeah. I like that. It can kind of make you use your mana, and then I will have mana left over, and then I can do change play, I guess.
Yeah, or you're going to see, do I need to use this to win, or does that... that's pretty cool. So, how this game works is, for one, my character is stuck on the screen. My hero he's stuck on the screen. That's not good. If I refresh this, will it kill me? Let me refresh.
No, don't. I think I might have to discard.
I did it. No, sorry. No, my hero was like big and it was like covering up my screen. I have an extension on Chrome that like shows images bigger when I highlight them. So this game, you choose 3 cards to immediately discard face down, and they become your mana. So it's like it's kind of inking in Lorcana, where any card can become mana. But you immediately start with 3. So, and then you draw 2 cards each turn. So we want to, I've got a good mix of 1, 2, 3 costs here. I want to make sure probably the 2 of the 3 costs I ink, or I put into mana, because I'm not going to be able to play them for a turn yet, but we need to see. This is like a boosted version of the same card. What is this? Oh, so Lewis, I have a card here. And I have the same card, but it's full art, and its stats are improved.
Brilliant.
So it's just like a rarer version of the same card, but it gives it better stats as well. That's weird. Okay. So I guess it's the exact same cost and everything, so that's not very good. But I'm going to get rid of that one then. I think, being able to play her again for 1. So this is the main cost, and then you can play them again the next turn for the secondary cost. What is this?
Yeah, I don't really get my deck yet.
What is a Keylon counter? At noon, I can pay 1 and spend 1 of my Keylon counters to create a robot token. All right, well, we'll keep him around. Create. This is a... How do you do that? You play them from reserve or discard them from reserve, I think. I think I want this guy. And I think we'll get rid of this one as well. So you draw 6, you immediately discard 3. So you only have 3 cards in your hand. Which is a lot less than other card games.
So I don't know why I wouldn't use my ability every turn.
Oh, no, you would. You can only do it if you're the first player as well. So
Yeah, of course. But it just seems like the correct thing to do, right?
I would have played something, though, and then you do it, right? Because then if I pass back, then you're waiting for me to pass.
Let's say I play a 3 cost.
Uh-huh.
My mana's gone.
I guess.
So now
if you play a 3 cost, yeah.
Yeah, unless you play like 2 1 costs.
Yeah, which I'm not gonna do. I'm going to play... I'm just going to play this 1 3 cost. I'm going to play it on my companion side for some reason. And pass. So basically we're just playing in 2 lanes, right? It's the same exact thing, but across 2 lanes.
Yes.
But each location has different icons here. So right now, if I win any of these, and you can see from these green arrows that I'm winning all 3, because Lewis doesn't have anything there. I've got 2 on each. I will, at the end of this, if he doesn't do anything, this piece would move forward to the next location. But that location might only have 1 icon. And then I would need to specifically win on that kind of element to be able to move forward again.
Okay.
Are you still thinking?
Your guy doesn't doesn't do anything.
No.
He's Amelia Earhart, this guy.
It is Amelia Earhart, but she costs 1 the next time, which is cool.
It costs 1, so that's the ability.
Yeah.
So I don't really want to let her do that.
Are you gonna bounce my card? What?
No, but I feel like
okay.
if you play it for free and then you win that lane and then you play for 1 again, I feel like you got a lot of value out of that card. So I'm gonna try it.
That's true. Now, my character's ability, which I've just realized because I was like, I've lost, but when you play a permanent with hand cost 3 or more, I can exhaust her to create a brass bug token in target expedition. So I'm gonna win this round probably because I'm going to use hers, and it's not only when you play a permanent with hand cost 3 or more. Why can't I exhaust her then? She's glowing, but for some reason I can't use her ability. When I play a permanent, is this not a permanent? Is a character not a permanent? No, it's not. So I should have played this. So I don't have enough to play. So I'm gonna just pass and lose this round.
Okay.
I gain 2 boosts. So yours is the same but better. Yours is the exact same card, but it's just a 3/3/3.
Why? What do you mean?
Because yours is also a 3/1, but it's a 3/3/3, and mine's a 2/2/2.
Okay. All right. So this is something. You know, your card has a 3 on it, and then it'll have like a 1 on it.
Yeah.
What is the 1?
The 1 is like if you can play it again from your reserve next turn.
Okay. All
so
right.
now she costs 1. So your card is just a strictly better version of my card. That's
you
just straight beat me.
Right.
So
I read.
we're gonna choose a card. Now we've just drawn 2. We get to choose 1 to discard to mana, and then we keep the other card to play. So you're always really low on cards, which is very scary. In this game, that's the one thing. I don't know why I would ever want to do this. I'm going to put one of these into the reserve. I think the first couple of turns you have to ink, right? You want to get up to 4, 5, 6 mana probably.
Let me see. Jesus, that cost a lot. Alright, that's good. That's a good ability. Yeah, I'm gonna discard this one.
Okay, my turn. So I am going to play a permanent. The permanent goes into this slot down here because I guess it is permanent. It doesn't go away. And when I do that, because I played a permanent, I'm going to tap my character, invoke it, to make a little 2/2. 2/2. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's a little weirder than saying a 2/3 or what, a 2/2.
2/2/2, and it's just water. I'm gonna play this.
A 2/2/4. Okay. You've still got 1 mana left, so you've still got a 3/3/3. That card is broken. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I had another one that was quite similar. It was like a water thing. Can you see discard in this game or?
No, I guess they're dead cards, like completely, right? So I don't know where they go.
Yeah, but like I'd like to see what I discarded in.
Yeah, 100. Oh, into mana, into your. Oh, I have no idea what you're. Oh yeah, you can click on your 4 things. Yeah, your mana cards.
Click on what?
If you click on your mana, like the little 4 blue things. Yeah.
Yes, there it is. Lady of the Lake I had, who was quite similar but cost 1 less.
Wow. Okay. So you're winning there, and I'm not winning on anything. I can create. This is bad.
Yeah, you can create the same thing, right? You can just create 2/2/2s.
I can create 2/2/2s, yeah, but the thing is you have a 2/2/4 and you have a 3/3/3 for 1 mana, which is just so. Oh no, okay. Your character isn't, because if you hover over it, I gain 2 boosts. It has the picture of the hand, so you only get that when you play from your hand.
Okay.
So now she's a 1/1/1. Which is going to allow me then to play Amelia Earhart here.
Because you're fighting for there. So how does this work? Do I have to beat you on all ends to go up, or do I have to
just beat me on water? Yeah. So you can play that there, and then I'm winning and you're winning, so we will both move forward, as far as I understand.
That makes sense.
Right. Interesting. So you have a card in reserve. So you are up, but I do also have this permanent out.
Does he have any counters on him already? He has those 3 counters.
He has 3, yeah. So I have to pay and spend a counter to make a 2/2/2. I can do that every time at noon.
Well, one cost 2/2/2 is not bad, is it?
It's all right. Yep, it's good. It's good. So what are we inking here? I really don't like this guy. I really don't like him. I'm gonna get rid of him. When I play him, he puts a card in my hand into the reserve, which I understand sometimes can make cards really cheap, but also I have 3 cards in my hand, you know? Like, I don't want to be discarding stuff.
Do we discard at the same time? We don't do it. I just did mine first, and then you did yours second.
Yeah, we do.
I go first?
Somebody goes first, yeah. Yeah, the first player goes first, and then so the other person can decide from that. What's a landmark? So... That's a landmark. That's a landmark. Oh, okay. You know what, then? I'm going to have to, yeah. So I'm going to invoke this. I'm going to pay 1 mana. I'm going to create a 2/2/2. I'm going to create it over here.
Yeah. I'm obviously going to pass my turn.
You're right. And then I'm going to pay 4 for another landmark, permanent landmark, which allows me to then invoke this lady and make another 2/2/2. And I'm going to put it here to try and split my things.
So I wonder if these cost 0. So do these have a cost associated to them?
What cost? What card?
So in Magic, I believe if I was to play a card that would bounce a card with mana cost 2 or less, I could bounce any token because it's technically got like a mana cost of 0.
Okay. Okay. I would assume yes. Yeah, I would assume a token is 0. Yeah. If you've got more bounce cards, that's how you beat me last time. A 2-cost bounce card that took away like a 5/5/6 that I had on the board.
I'm just wondering if I sent these tokens to reserve, if they would just get straight destroyed.
I think tokens, if they leave the expedition, they get removed from the game. Yeah, they act like magic tokens.
That would make sense.
Yeah, it says it on the bottom of the card. Have you noticed also every card has a QR code in this game?
I think it's the same QR code for every card.
It might be for this one, but I think in the real game, you scan them and they're yours in your collection on the app. And then you can order that card anytime you want online. So it's like they're trying to make it so that once you own a card, you have it, right? And you can get it printed and shipped to you really cheaply, which is interesting. But I think first Lightseekers did it better because it wasn't a big ass ugly QR code. Like the border of the card had like little bumps on it, so you scanned the card. But in this one, couldn't you just order 4 copies of the card from just having it once by just making 4 orders? And then I don't know. I know you're maybe not allowed for tournament play, but if you wanted your own decks, you could just order any card. I guess I don't know, it seems weird. So this lady, you get to draw a card. Oh no.
Yeah, it didn't help me too much. But
I'm gonna have to pass. to you. But he did block me from being moved on that side, which is all that matters for her.
I don't know if... I'm not going up because you're obviously winning. Which is interesting because it's the same board. Okay, that makes sense. I still have to, even though you're behind me, I still have to win.
What do you mean I'm behind you?
So you're one thing behind me, aren't you?
Oh, on the companion side? Right, yeah.
Yeah. But you can stop me from moving forward, which makes sense.
Yes,
You can
yes.
put a higher thing and stop me from moving forward. That makes sense. I don't know whether to just do this. I'm past turn.
Okay, so you just wanted to win on that side, I see. Good luck,
So to
Ome
win,
Faluk Akin.
I'm touching.
Hello. What was that, sorry?
To win, can I? Do they just have to touch?
They just have to touch, yeah, or go past each other or whatever. Yeah, you can focus on one. Yeah, you can focus on one. Obviously, the thing is, the hero, they always start on the one with all three, so it's easier to at least move one forward with each.
Yeah.
But yeah, essentially. So now I have 2 landmarks. So it says at noon resupply, which is put the top card of my deck in reserve, which is interesting because now I get a free card. And that's a permanent. That's really cool. Ooh.
But you can't use your character's ability again.
I can use it I would have to like play another landmark, which you can only have 2 out at the same time. So not yet.
So does it work like the legend rule in Magic? Will you play it and then
I believe
destroy...
so. You would have to choose to destroy one, yeah. So I'm going to... Damn it, I really hate this. I'm gonna throw this card away. I don't want to ever see this card again. Get out of my face.
Yeah, that's fair.
Off you go. Spend 3... Spend to reserve target character with hand cost 3 or less. Why is that in your reserve? You didn't use it.
I did use it.
Did you?
I destroyed your permanent on the right, didn't I?
Oh, of course. Spend it. Right. Okay, yeah. And now it costs 4. Okay, that's good. That's nice.
Now it costs a lot. Yeah, it costs a lot.
Are you discarding for mana?
I am, yeah. We're just
Going up to
deciding.
6. Okay, I am going to first resupply one. If you take this action, you undo past... What? Are you sure? If you take this action, you won't be able to undo past this step because you will either roll a dice, draw a card from the deck, or discard. Or someone else is going to... Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I think it's because of what we've got in it. Oh, so
and then I'm going to also pay 1 and remove a token so I can play a guy here. 2/2/2. And then I still have to play something else. So I am going to play... Three Little Pigs. Which gets +1 because I have 2 landmarks out.
Interesting. So, this deck's got like fairy tales. It's got Amelia Earhart. It's
Amelia Earhart's a very strange game.
Right, my God. Yeah, I don't want to play this yet. But I need to play a card. Do I just try and win that side? I need more. So you've got 4.
You know, it's an interesting puzzle, but can you imagine having to do this in paper? I think I'd rip my hair out.
Yeah, I was thinking that the last time I played. It would be kind of like if you tried to play Marvel Snap paper.
Yeah, it's too much management. It's too much upkeep.
Yeah, you need to...
You would need 6 dice each and then like be constantly putting them up and down so that you can see, like these numbers on the sides are super helpful.
Yeah, exactly. It would be hard. But So I could
6
do that,
mana
but that
left,
costs
eh?
a lot. Let me just play. Just play this here.
The wonders of Avalon. You know what? I'm gonna try at least block you a little bit. Up to you.
So
You've
you
still
have
got 4
5,
mana
6,
though.
7. I'm on 4. You're very expensive.
The thing is now that I've played a bunch of cards out though, is you can only have 2 cards in reserve. So I'm gonna have to discard one from here. So then you're basically losing a card. You're going down, right? Ooh, okay, that was good. So you're gonna win on that side. Passes. Well, hopefully you can't do much with 1 mana, but okay. So I get to move forward there. You get to move forward there. You did block me, which was nice as well. I must discard one. I am going to discard the same permanent that I already have out. Confirm that discard. Keep these guys around. Okay, we're going to draw 2 cards. This can go into ink, maybe. Ooh, I don't know.
I would very much like to know what these keywords mean.
What is it? What doesn't it have it in text afterwards? In brackets afterwards?
Discard up to 1 target card. Reserve. Put a top card of your deck in reserve. Okay. What does sabotage mean though? That's not in.
Ooh, no, I don't know.
Did it not say it down here?
Sabotage.
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't it say in brackets straight after it?
No, because there's another keyword right after it, and it says that one.
Is sabotage not the name of the ability then?
No, because it says sabotage, then resupply.
Right.
They're both bolded, but it only tells me what resupply means.
Okay.
But we know that because you've got.
I've got a resupply.
Oh, maybe it does. So sabotage. Okay, all right. No, I get it now. Sorry. So resupply is put the top card of your deck in reserve, which is what your train does.
Yep.
Sabotage will be discard up to 1 target card from a reserve.
Oh.
But it says from a
so
reserve.
You can discard it from my reserve. Interesting. Cool.
Which is interesting because your little piggies are very strong.
They are very strong.
Why can I not pass?
You've got. It's about discarding hand to mana. You're inking at the minute.
Oh, interesting. Okay. That's probably a strong card, but I don't know how to use it yet.
What did he ink? And I can ink as well, which I'm going to ink the same card I've already inked. So confirm that. I don't get to see what you've inked. That's weird. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like Lorcana, isn't it? No, Lorcana you show it.
You have to reveal it because it has to be inkable, yeah. So I am going to put down another 2. I'm going to put down another 2/2/2, and my permanent is now empty.
Can you do multiple of them? As long as you've obviously you haven't got the tokens. Could you do that 3 times?
No, only once per.
Okay.
Yeah. At noon, you may pay 1 and spend 1. Yeah, to do that. So resupply. I will resupply as well. Why not? Ooh, what's this guy? Fleeting. All right, so you can only use him once. Let's choose one. Send to reserve target character with hand 4 or less. So I get to bounce a guy to reserve on your side. Or discard target permanent with hand cost 4 or less. What? Discard target permanent. Okay.
Okay, all right, yeah. So that's good.
Oh, he's wow. Yeah.
In your deck.
So maybe, yeah. Well, if you're gonna remove anybody, it'd be probably him. He seems a bit nuts.
I'm gonna go. You've got 2 water at the moment there. You have no water here. There. Let's go here.
Trying to go for the water. I see how it is. I am going to spend a lot of mana. Oop. To replace this card. Oh, wait, what? Okay, I discard at night, so I've got 3 land. You see how I've got 3 now? So you discard at night. It's a discard step. But when I make this guy, he makes a token. And then because I also played, she gets to make a token. And at noon, I'm going to make a token every day. So
Okay.
I'm going to go here. He's going to give me a token every single day for free. But she, because I played him, is also going to make a token. So I'm just put down a 4/4/4, basically.
You only have one mana.
But I only have 1 mana. Sneaky booger. Okay. I am going to just try and block your water down here a little bit. And run myself out of mana.
Sheesh.
I'm all in there, though.
You're 6 and 5. So, it's going to be quite hard for me to get that. So I could go up to...
Do you remember remember the Valve card game, the digital one with the 3 lanes?
Yeah, what was that called?
I remember it didn't last very long.
You know, I think when I first started playing, I didn't mind it too much, but then I think it just got a bit
Artifact.
boring.
Is that what it? Something like that.
Yes, and people were very excited for that game.
Mm-hmm. But it really was just playing. It was like when you're playing chess across 3 boards. You just sent. Oh, okay, I see how it is. I see. Oh, and she's a 3 cost next. Jesus.
Yeah, that's why I'm playing him now.
Yeah.
I think it was next turn. I've got a big swing again, I guess.
Yeah, she's nice. But she won't do that again.
She won't do that again. I'll just get started.
Yeah, that's why she costs 5. But then she's just a nice stat. Okay, that's an interesting thing that you get the ability once. Some cards have the ability when you play them from reserve specifically, as well. But I haven't seen those.
I mainly played it because if you play your guy next turn, your spell you've got, you can't return it to my reserve or whatever because it's hand size, right? It's not. Oh, sorry, pass.
All right, we're both moving on. He's still ahead of me. But now I'm making a 2/2/2 every turn, which is nice. I'm going to discard 1 landmark. We're going to get rid of that one, obviously. It's pointless right now. Okay, we draw 2. Right, okay. Interesting. We ink that. The annoying thing is, when I play permanent with hand cost 3 or more, that ability is nice. But now I've got like these 2 cards out that are like the best permanents I have, I feel. I'm just spending a lot of mana to make a 2/2/2, right? So her ability is dead in the water now. Like she's not doing anything else.
I like that card, but I don't like all my cards right now. In fact, I like you the least. So when you scroll down and you go on strategy tips, it does say you should discard every turn until you have around 7 to 8 mana.
Yeah, I feel that's about right.
So that makes sense. But I also just like having mana in card games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if I need much more than 8 though. But it was another artifact card, so it was like I already have them out. So for me, it was just. I'm gonna also resupply, confirm. That's a very scary warning. It's like, are you sure everything's gonna go to hell? All right, so now I've got a crappy version of the same card I already played because it's just not rare. I guess it's pretty silly, but why not play a 3 little pigs, a 4/4/4 for 3.
Oh yeah, so if it's a rare, you can see that the stats are different as well because they're in like a
They're like green,
greyish
right?
colour.
They're,
Yeah, like brown or something. I don't know. It's definitely not grey. I don't know why I said that, but it's not white. So you've just played your little piggies.
yeah, a different one.
A different one. See, I don't like that. But this card is don't have stats, you see.
Right. Okay.
I have a lot of
You've got a lot of tricks, but not a lot of stats.
yeah.
Ooh. Sabotage and
So
resupply. Okay, yeah. Discard from a reserve.
Because I hate that card.
Right. I should have played that one first, but I kind of wanted you to force you to do that. So I do feel like I've made
a bit minging that I've drawn that card into my reserve though, since it costs 4 now.
I'm just gonna
But
play
then again, I
this
do
crappy card here. Because she's better in reserve. Oh no, she's fleeting. If you would send me to reserve, banish me instead. Excuse me? So what's the point of what? It doesn't say anywhere on the card that she would be fleeting, so why is she fleeting? Did you do something? I've just played this Foundry mechanic. She's a 1/1 and with 0/1/1, but
yeah,
she has an ability that says the next permanent you play this turn costs 1 less, but discard me from reserve to do this. So I was like, I might as well play her to put her into the reserve. And then she got a fleeting token, and I don't know why. Like, she doesn't say that she's fleeting anywhere.
Okay.
So I just got a fleeting token for seemingly no reason. Or did I play her from my reserve? No, I'm pretty sure I just played her from my hand, right?
Definitely didn't play her from reserve. She had 2 in reserve and I discarded 1.
You know what? No, maybe I did, you know. Maybe because this
Oh,
maybe it was from this train or whatever it is, the processor.
Yeah.
Damn it, I don't know why. I should have used her ability to play something else. I have screwed that up. Anyway, you go. Yeah, I wanted to use her ability from reserve, but sure.
Play this, but you cost 3.
Man, that's a damn shame.
You also cost 3 and you're massive. Let's try this.
3/2 draw card, very nice. Now this is the tricky part. This is where I would really like to be able to tap my character to pass to you, but not really pass. Yeah. Right?
Because you don't want to play a small, but you also don't want to play anything big.
Yeah. You know what?
Keep bouncing off your hand.
I'm out.
You're out.
Do what you do. Do what you're gonna do. I'm not using the 1 card in my hand. This game feels strange. It feels strange because it feels like more like Flesh and Blood, where you're really tight on resources constantly.
Yeah, constantly. At least you draw 2 cards.
Yes, but then you ink one of them, or usually. So
yeah, later on, you're obviously not. I'm gonna keep you 2 again. I think. Yeah, absolutely.
And you become the first player. That's not good for me.
Yeah, that's very good for me. Excuse me? No, I'm not going to do it. Seems very strong.
Not inking.
I will say.
So I can invoke a bug. I'm going to invoke bug. It's nice getting a free 2/2/2. And then I'm going to resupply and confirm this very scary notification. Oh, nice. Create a 2/2. And is that when you play it from reserve as well? So that's nice. So she's a 4/4/4 for 3.
I'm going to play you here.
3 boosts. Ooh. Okay. I think I'm going to play a card you're not really going to like. Oh, you know what? No. Let's just take it easy. Here's my 3 cost. 4.
Yeah.
Little git. It's nice. It's a really nice ability. I think I'm going to... Damn, 5 mana. I really should have inked something. And I had something to ink as well. That's the worst thing. You only need to win on 1 lane, which is very scary. So I am going to... I just drew the wrong card, basically. Yeah, I think I've lost.
I don't like how your character is very limited to what she can do.
Can't I target 1 card? I'm gonna just get rid of her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very limited. That's what I mean. Now she's dead in the water. Her ability does nothing because I'm not gonna replace these. They're too good. Or I can replace them with the same card, but then I'm paying 5 for an ability I already have for a 2/2/2. So hers is kind of weird. Yours is better, like general. Maybe mine's better a little bit earlier. But then, so she kind of weakens. The problem is, I mean, I'm giving you information, but like, all my cards cost 3, and I have 2 mana left. So, I'm pretty much dead in the water here.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. I just drew badly. That's really unfortunate. All my cards cost 3. Yeah. Damn.
All my decks have played, the 2 decks I've played, I've had a lot of bounce cards though.
Have you? If I would have inked a card there, I mean, it would have been so easy to win. I could have got another like 2/2/2 out on each side. Or something really big. I had another 3 little pigs in hand, but it was a rare one. So it got +2 if I have 2 landmarks. So, let's replay. Nice.
I pressed play again. And it should take me back
GG's.
to the yeah, that was one of those where it was like if I played my big card was a 7 cost, and it said any of your if our tokens, I forgot what they're called in the game, but if our tokens are facing each other, it moves your tokens one space backwards.
Oh my god. Okay.
Which is very strong. And it was like a 4/4 or 4/3.
So you can affect the counters moving across the world.
Yes, exactly. But
what the heck? That's crazy.
But at the same time, all it would have done is knocked yours 1 back, and then you'd have won that lane because I'd have had no mana left.
Right.
So it'd have just been like if we were drawing, kind of.
Right.
Or it
would have given you another turn to draw an answer.
Yeah, exactly. So it seemed cool. But yeah, I literally was like, if I'm gonna play this card, and I'm gonna play a 1 cost, then I'm gonna bounce your guy, and if you can beat that, I've lost the game because that's my entire hand.
Yeah, I had 3 costs in my hand, and my reserve card was a 3 cost. I was just every card was 3, and I had 8 mana, so I could play 2 cards and lose 2 mana. That just kind of sucked. Kojo the Rising Star, summon your fire companion to seize the advantage without delay. So I'm the fire guy. This is what you played when we did like a test run real quick. But that was a close game. That was interesting. There is nuance to it, but I feel limited sometimes in a way that maybe isn't. I don't know. It's not always thinky limited. I'm just like, oh, I can't do anything this round. You know?
Yeah, I've seen some very similar cards in each deck. So, for example, I'm going to put one into my mana here, and it was the exact card you played last game. On the final turn, send reserve target character with hand cost 4 or more, discard target permanent with hand cost 4 or more.
Right, so everybody's going to have like a card like that.
Yeah, there might be like staple cards that they bring out for all the sets, maybe.
This is from reserve.
Because that's a very strong card to have, right?
Yes, it is. Oh, I have that card in my hand right now, actually. So it's no, it's a little different. It's a little different, but it's similar. It's like a removal, I guess.
Right. So, I mean, I'm giving you information here, but I have no stats in my hand.
I know. I'm same. Really? Okay. It's not good.
I do think I understand the deck from reading the cards. So
yeah. What does your guy do? So we didn't go over what our guys do. So at noon, if I'm the first player, what's yours?
My guy's your guy. Apart from I don't have to be the first player, and it's a 1/1/1 instead of a 2/2/2.
So every turn you make a 1/1/1.
Yeah.
So you're like a white deck. You're like a white magic deck.
Yeah,
making little weenies.
That's what it seems like.
And at noon, if I'm the first player, I create a 2/2/2. So every 2 turns, I create a 2/2/2, and you create a 1/1/1 every turn. All right, that's sure. Okay. This is weird. Yeah, I don't really want to use you. I guess I just use this. The tricky thing is I don't want to do anything because it's like I want to like propose that we both pass, but of course if I pass first, being player 1 is the worst. Because if I pass, you'll just play something that beats me on that side and you'll move both characters, right? So I have to play something. I really think that ability that your character had was awesome. That was really cool. I guess I'm just going to confirm this guy. I'm just going to boost this guy up. Right.
It's a strong card, is that?
I was just like, I have to win one lane. I can put something on the other lane, but I don't know. I need stats as well. Yeah. I don't want to be using my stats. Ooh, okay. At noon. Oh, it's another weenie creator. Damn.
Yeah. I'm hoping you can't do it with 1 mana. To be in both ways, yeah.
No, I can't. Yeah, winning both lanes seems. I mean, what a massive swing.
Yeah, well, that's like what I say when I had that big gigantic guy, which is in your deck.
Oh,
right?
It's in this deck, right? Yeah, it just covers both sides. That's crazy.
So now you don't get a weenie.
So now I don't get a weenie and you do. I don't get a. What's a 2/2/2? Is that a bear? And yours is just like yours is just a little soldier. Oh, we inking. We inking. You can go away. You can be inked. I will not stop calling it inking. It's I've been playing too much Lorcana. And now you create 1 on each side of the board every turn, or you create a 2/2/2 every turn. And it only costs 3, and it does. Remember when I could make 2/2/2s and it cost token? Are you actually kidding?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna.
So now you make a 3/3/3 every turn.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Where's the concede button?
That
is insane.
So I don't know if my plan for this deck is to just create endless tokens, and then if you play one big guy, if you play the gigantic guy and pumping up, there's nothing I can do. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I suppose we will.
Yeah, because if you had like another one of those in hand, you've won 2 lanes. Right? I know you didn't, but
True.
Early on, you've got to get ahead, I guess.
Yeah, I'm very aggro, and you're super control right now. Okay.
Okay, so it looks like I have a special card here.
Interesting. I think I have to get rid of you, unfortunately, but interesting nonetheless. Going up to 5 mana.
All cards right now. So I'm gonna really like all my cards.
Yeah.
So this guy he must be a special card because he's got that brown thing again, and his text is also brown. So like you said
weird.
earlier, is
it full
being
art?
a special card? It's not full art, no.
Okay.
I don't think so. It's more it's more full art than the other cards, but there's still
Okay.
a big box there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's
We'll see.
I don't know if we will see. I might. No,
You might ink
I'm
it.
gonna.
Mana it. I don't know. To put it into mana.
Yeah, what's the term for it?
Oh, I created a 2/2/2. Get wrecked. Damn it.
Oh, I got both on that side. That's so lucky.
Oh, it's random.
It seems it. I can't.
Oh, in
place
your
it,
companion expedition? No, they always go to companion. And this guy also goes to companion every time. So
what does that mean? Companion expedition.
Companion. So this is like your hero expedition on the left side of your token, and on the right side is your companion. And you're trying to meet them up.
Okay.
You can see that one says hero and one says companion.
Okay, so these two are gonna go my companion. This one's gonna go to my hero. Always.
Yeah, every time.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Well.
Cool. Interesting.
Ooh. I guess we just do it. Hello. Don't forget, it's both sides of the board.
Yeah, it shows.
Which is very, yeah, but this is where it gets tricky in paper, I think.
It does, yeah.
Because that doesn't show on this side of the board. Of course, it shows here on the digital version, but you would have to manage that somehow. And I saw somebody in the tutorial, like how to play it, using dice, which I guess you need like 2 green, 2 orange, and 2 blue dice in order to show this, and you have to keep upticking it. It's kind of weird, but digitally, this looks fine. This is easy to understand. It wasn't at first. It was really tricky because I was looking at the cards at first, and you got me a couple of times with this card where I thought like I was winning, and I don't know why I lost. But yeah, you've got to just look at the big numbers. I want to see this weird card. Are you not playing it?
It's not.
Not time. Not time.
It depends. It depends because if I can't play it on the right. Let's just say that right now.
Okay.
So it's like, do I play this here? I can win a lane here. I think we're both gonna win a lane.
Right.
It just depends on how I want to play it because this card's really strong.
Well, you have to win green here or blue here, so I'm assuming you've just got one that's like a 3-0-0 or 3-1-1 or something. Oh, 3-0-3. Well, I am done, so we both do win a lane, which is nice.
Or do we?
Oh my god, he only costs 2? He's a 6! He's got 6 stats!
He's massive.
Damn
He's
it.
massive.
He would have been good on either side, actually, yeah.
I don't want to use my entire hand.
True.
Maybe. I don't know. No, I don't think I'd have won it. I don't think
that's the thing. That's the main quirk of this game, I think. I think that's where the interest comes from. Same as Flesh and Blood. Do I want to use my limited resources right now? Or do I want to wait and just lose what's out there? Like, I can just take the one victory. I don't need to be greedy. Because if you're greedy, then you're set back. And I don't know, it's like a war of attrition. Instead of it being like, I don't know, thinking what your opponent might play, trying to counter that, I don't know, covering the board with, you have a creature and you have maybe something I need a blocker or I need to push through or I need to use a spell to do something. In this way, it's more like you're so limited on resources that you're like, should I spend 1 extra mana or should I spend this 1 card because I could use it? I don't know, it's kind of weird. It really cuts right down to it. I do feel Flesh and Blood from that. You're like, do I need to use my sword right now? Okay, she's nice. She's good. We like that. That guy is pretty awesome too, but I think I need to ink something.
I inked my special card, so you're not seeing it.
Oh, okay, so what was it then?
It was just the green.
Right.
I guess I'm just gonna call it is a 1
This
in
is
brownish
brutal,
color.
dude. This...
Yeah, I mean you should see it up there. I've got nuts on. But then the text is also in brown, and it says if you control a token, resupply. So obviously put a top card of your deck in reserve.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So this is a good card.
3/3. That is 5 for some reason. Yeah, because he's a rare full art. So he's a 3/3 5/5/5. Well, I've got a 3/3 2/2/2.
It's a good card. I've got a good hand. I will say I've got.
So that's nice. Damn. Okay. Well, looks like you're doing well on that side.
I've also got a Frog King. Oh, Frog Prince. Sorry.
Prince. What if I put this lady here? She doesn't do anything. She's a 3/3 4/2/4. Not quite 5s across the board, but you did draw your rare version, so that, you know, screw me. This is the rarity making cards better is clearly terrible game design, no? Like, I guess not, because in some ways it's like, well, in a card game, you can just draw better cards, right? Like, you draw your good cards, I draw, or you draw incorrectly, you know, for the situation. So there is always that randomness. And there are cards that are strictly better than other cards. You know, a Magic, I've got a 2-cost 3/4, and you've got a 2-cost 1/1 that, you know, draws you a card out. But then it's when you draw them matters. But in this game, if I drew the same card as this, but not full art, and he just got 1 boost, that would feel awful. Right?
I think so. You probably remember Dragon Ball Z, the card game.
Yes.
I hated the fact that they brought out a lot of stuff for that game, which was like buy 4 of these boxes to get a full set of these rare cards.
Yeah.
And they were like 20 each. And I also hated that they brought out like Super Instinct or something, Super Instinct cards.
Instinct, yeah.
And it was like these cards cost £100 or I don't know, $100 or whatever. And they were just like, I remember someone at the shop we go to, or I go to, got one, and it was literally just like, if you play this card, it didn't say this exact text, but it said, it was like, if you play this card, you win the game. It had like, there were more stuff on top of it that you got to do, but it was like, your whole deck was based around that. And I think you could only have 1 in your deck.
That Yu-Gi-Oh does that as well. Limited cards.
Yeah, like your forbidden cards.
Forbidden. So it's like, if you're allowed 1... Oh, wait, I can discard something from reserve? No, I don't want to do that. Pass action. Yeah, if you can have 1 card in your deck that's so broken you can only have 1, then you shouldn't be allowed any. Because it's the first person to draw that card wins, right? Like, it's banned for a reason. Making you have 1 in the deck doesn't limit its power. It just makes it more random for who draws it. Who draws their forbidden card first? I don't know. I think that's really silly. I think it's a weird mechanic in a game.
I like it for like Yu-Gi-Oh, for example. Exodia's head is a forbidden card.
Okay.
I like that because it's like you've still got to draw the other pieces. But when it's like, oh, you know, Raigeki is a forbidden card which destroys all opponents' forwards or whatever, and then it's just like you play it and then you just attack and win the game.
Yes.
That's boring.
Yes. Yeah, if you draw that card, then, I mean, that's it, right? Like, you have a massive advantage because you drew the correct card, which is really silly. And making it a one-off makes it less likely, but also more annoying for the person you're playing against because it's like, what are the chances?
Yeah. I like Pot of Greed is a forbidden card. Like, you can only have 1 of it in your deck. It's a very strong card, but it's also like, you're both obviously going to play that card because it's like the best card in the game. So it's like, but if you draw it, it might not necessarily just win you the game, but it's going to be very helpful. You know,
yes.
You get a dude now. It's gonna make it harder for me.
Oh,
I drew another rare card. Jesus.
I'm gonna ink something. You got a lot of cards, man. You got a lot of cards.
Yeah, that's why last turn I was like, if I play this frog guy here, you have to play another card from your hand.
Yeah.
Which then put you down a card, which was very
So
helpful.
they're gonna. So this is equal now because it's this turn, but you still get the other weenie. I just don't think I can recover from you playing 2 of these on the second turn. Like having 3/3/3 on your board every turn it's just been too good.
Yeah, I did draw those 2, turn 1 and 2 though.
Yeah.
So I got lucky with them. I ain't seen another one, so I don't even know if there's another one in the deck. And I haven't seen another landmark either, so I don't even know if there's any more landmarks in the deck.
Nice. Real nice. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is tricky. Well, she's pointless there. You've got green and blue on this side, so I think I can try and stop you on this side, but then it's... Oh! Yeah. Tricky. Yeah, this has just been so oppressive. And I have a card that can get rid of it, but it puts it back in your hand. So you just play it again. And it costs, it's like the same. So I haven't done anything, you know? I put you behind the next turn because you still have your soldier from this turn because it happens on upkeep. And then you just play it again next turn and I don't know. I just don't think it's worth it. If I can destroy a landmark, that would be great. That guy is kind of an asshole. That card is it's way too good. Yeah. But I think I can try and just
make someone massive, is that? So you've got no cards left though now. Oh, you got 1 card left.
Confirm target. Yeah, exactly. At least he's gone now. One of your super good cards. But yeah, this is the issue. I don't want to just draw the best card. And you know, you can argue that, well, that's what Magic's like. You know, you draw the best cards because there are obviously better cards in sets or in decks that have your deck run, but I don't know. When there's just strictly better cards that just because they're rarer.
Yeah.
And I can have 3 of these guys in my deck, but one of them is just better and I just happen to draw it. It makes it feel worse, even though I don't think mathematically it is. I think I'm out. I'm done. Pass. You've got to have something here, obviously. Yeah, because why would you do that otherwise? 1 boost. Characters you control. Holy crap. Oh my god, thank god that is fleeting. Because that is BS. With you, who get 3 characters a turn for free? Unbelievable. Right, I need to draw some cards, man. Right, that's not the cards I need to draw, but thanks.
Mine were kind of crap as well, to be fair.
Yeah. I drew well, we'll see. Nothing
when you
good.
don't go first, that is such a swing for me.
Yeah.
Like when you have the
3-0,
at least you've nullified one of my lanes, but
yeah, I'm behind on a 3-3-3 starting off. Yeah, just playing these 2 early, yeah. And now we have a 5-5-5. If I leave the expedition zone, so if I bounce it, you still get 2. Like
yeah, no matter what you
touches.
do to it.
Yeah, right.
And look at it because it's an interesting card because the cost is actually different because it's a full art.
Oh, weird. Okay, that surely it's not cheaper though.
I think it is, mate.
Oh, so you can just have cheaper cards. So and
I don't
because that's
know.
brown, it's gonna be usually it'd be create one, I guess. But this would create two in each side of the board. So I would assume that because that's a huge buff, it would get more expensive as well. But we really don't know.
So you've played Gigantic.
Yeah.
Which wins you, don't they? But if I played this... No, because you're a bit rubbish, yeah. So I'm going to fight for both lanes.
Right, that's not good.
So right now, from what I can see, you can only win one lane. Oh no, because you've got unless you've got two cheap cards.
Yeah, I don't. I drew two giants. I drew two of these guys. I'm not joking. So, both 5 costs. You know, I didn't get the rare one that costs 2 and has a. Let me think, because if I can put this here and win this side, but you still win the game. If I put it here, it's not gigantic, so you still win the left side, and I still lose the game. Now, my thing was going to be use this to bounce your character, but you had this frog perfectly, which is green and blue. You just happen to have the green and blue when you need the green and blue. So I think I'm just done, because I have a green-blue also, but it's not giant, so it's not going to win anything. So I was just going to use this and bounce this guy back, right? Oh, it's a 4 cost, so it doesn't even work because it's 5. Well, I guess I bounce this guy back and I still lose anyway.
And now he's in my hand, so I'd be able to play him again and then again. Interesting.
Yeah, this card sucks. Yeah, this card's terrible. This bounce to your hand unless you're already ahead.
Yeah, you've got to be already winning.
And now I can't do anything. Yeah. Wow. No, these two carriers, these Citadel things, these were so oppressive. Turn 1, turn 2, having a 3/3/3 every turn, but split as well across lanes. That's what made it really tricky. Let's go again. Jesus.
I think I got really lucky with those.
2
I
out.
tried those 2 turn 1 and 2. And because they cost 3 as well, I was like...
And there's no
you know,
mulligan in this game, so it's not like you dug for them. You just got them.
Yeah. I don't even know what I'd be looking for anyway.
Well, yeah, but there's no mulligan in this game. It's actually an interesting thing as well.
I think it's because you draw so many in, and it's like you get to keep 3.
I guess.
I guess.
I guess
what
that's kind of your mulligan. You actually only start with 3 cards, but you draw 6. I guess.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I didn't invite you back in. I clicked play again. You need to add me as a friend. I need to keep typing your name in every time. There we go.
I added you as a friend. Did I not?
I don't think so. You don't pop up
I
as
got all
my
my
friend.
friends. You're there.
Oh really? Oh weird. No.
Oh wait, maybe that's just an invitation. Actually, now I think about it. But it says you're like setting up a table.
We're in. So now I've got Lyra. Tap her, target character you control. Target a character you control, then roll a die. I hate her already. On a 6, it gains anchored. Awesome. On a 1, it gets destroyed. You send it to the reserve. So I will never use this. This is just going to be 1s all day. I hate rolling dice. 2 to 5, it gains 1 boost. All right, we'll see.
So it's a 1 in 6 chance for it to be dreadful.
Yeah, there's a 1 in 6 chance for it to ruin my game, and there's a 1 in 6 chance for it to be pretty cool, and then there's the rest. I do love characters like this in games like this, where they're just chaotic, just a Joey deck, you know, and they're just clearly bad, but they're just fun to play. Oh my god, dude! So I have a card, and then I have the full art version with the brown numbers, the golden numbers, I guess. So the original costs 6, and the full art costs 5. But the stats are 1 higher on the non-full art version. So it's one cheaper and one weaker across the board.
Okay.
Which is kind of weird, but so I'm gonna ink the because it's too expensive right
All
now.
right, so it tries to even it out a bit. So
Just
you
try
might
to
want
make it a
slap
bit more
it.
balanced, yeah.
But I think I'd
Something.
prefer a cheaper card. Does it have a good effect?
It's a roll of dice effect, so no.
Okay.
I need to I need to roll something else. Okay.
I don't really know what's going on here.
I think I want to keep
I don't like
her around. I'm gonna get rid of this. I would really, really like if the first turn of this game you mulliganed like this, you choose 3 to go to ink, and then you still drew 1 card.
I'd like something, because my hand was really annoying where I drew 2 of the same card, and then 2 more of a different same card, and then 1 card, and then 2 other cards. And I was like, well, I want to play all the cards. But these 2 in my hand are quite clearly the worst cards in my hand right now, so I needed to mana them.
It's not good. I guess I'm gonna play. I want to play something because I want to use my ability and destroy my character immediately. So why don't I put this lady out and put her on the hero section? She's a 3/3/0, but when she's in reserve, I can return another card from my reserve to my hand by discarding her from the reserve. So I can bring a reserve card back. Seems pretty cool.
I'm gonna play. You know what? I'll do us both a favour.
What? Each player draws a card. Oh yeah, that deck had a lot of that. But the cards weren't powerful enough to justify it, I felt like. There was a card that was just like your opponent draws a card. But it wasn't like huge, you know? So I didn't really see that. I'm gonna use this dice rolling. I have to. We're gonna go for it right now. We tap it.
Yeah.
I roll 1 die. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Let's see. It's a 3. Gets 1 boost. Did you see the dice roll and everything?
I did, yes.
Okay, cool. And then I pass, I guess.
Yeah.
That was a nice gesture though. I did like the group hug. Thanks for the card.
Yeah, I think. Well, it doesn't. The thing is, it's got decent stats, and then when I play it again, that draw
Especially
card
on
doesn't
mana,
happen.
yeah.
So the first card I play gets a 1.
Oh, and the first character you play gets a 1 boost every time. But you have to play a character. So it's basically the same as your other guy, but you have to play a character. So the soldier just gave you a 1/1/1 on your hero side. This, it gives you a +1/+1/+1, but it gives it on a character that you play, and if you obviously, so you need to play one. However, this is the thing. This is the weird thing with this game. If I built a deck and this was the hero, because you choose a hero, right, and they stay out. If I got that giant card from the red deck, but I got a rare version where it was green, and I played it, she would give it a +1/+1, and it would be 4/4/4 on each side of the board, right? So that seems like a great thing to do. But then I need a rare version of that card that is specifically green when it could be any of the other colors. So doesn't that just make that card 5 times more expensive? Because it has to be the specific color out of the other 5. That's what I'm seeing that I'm not really enjoying here. That's the weird thing.
Just have to see how to do it, right?
We have to. I have to. Yeah, that's the thing. Right now, it's all up in the air. But I want to see how this evolves for sure. No, that's way too expensive for the effect. It's way too expensive. Get out of here. Get to the mana. Right.
My turn, eh? Do I just go massive?
Do it.
I'm scared though because there's a lot of bounce cards in this game.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I got rid of a bounce card. It cost 5, and it put it on top. And it put it on top of your deck. So you were going to draw it again next turn.
Okay.
And it costs 5, might I remind you, to bounce a card to the top of your
But
deck.
it'll be any card and you can keep doing it.
What do you mean I can keep doing it?
You said it goes on top of your deck, right?
Oh, no.
Oh,
It goes on top of your deck, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's powerful. That is powerful, to be fair.
Bounce it to the top of your deck. It costs 5.
It does cost 5. It's not good right now, but like
It can be made
on,
cheaper, but not easily. Yeah. Maybe later on, yeah. I mean, I need to draw it later on, obviously.
Here.
Ooh, she's a biggie. Okay. 4/2/4. Don't like that. Don't like that. Okay. So do I try and hold you back, or do I just take the other lane? That's the question, I guess. I'm going to go for taking the other lane.
Yeah, I'm gonna not overcommitting anything.
Yeah, let's call that. I think we're learning now. We're learning, take it slow. Allow your opponent a lane if they need it. You know, be careful about what lanes you're going into with the cards that you have. It is more interesting than I originally thought, but I am worried with the rarity of the cards and stuff. I do think that is a little weird. Okay, so what is this?
I've got some really terrible cards in this deck. Like, they might be good, but just look terrible.
This is an interesting one. This one is not an interesting one. It's kind of bad. The weird thing about this deck, you'll see it, is that it's either like roll a dice and hope that you get good stats, or they're good in like one area of stats. So I've got to see where I'm going on the board, which is quite, I like that, you know? Instead of it just being, it's a 2/2/2, it's like, it's a 2/0/4, you know? I think I like that. It's a little bit more interesting to play with. I do like that. She's good on either of those. I'm an ink. It's too early not to ink, I think.
What has gone on here? It's open the card in altered.gg. How did I even do that? Did I click the QR code or something? Oh yeah, if you click the QR code, it takes you to the card on the website.
Oh, cool. So they are unique. Well, they're not unique QR codes in the view of the app, but I guess they have unique links. That's cool.
And when you click on it, it shows you the altered cards as well.
Hmm.
It shows you all the different variants.
So it's my turn.
That's good.
I think we will drop you over here. Try and block that green.
Oh, did you just bring him in? So you're on 5 now. You are only on 3 because you only have that.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? You've got to remember. Lewis Bennett, hello bro, where you from? The accent is sending me west. It's funny because nobody knows. I'm from the UK, but I live in Mexico, so my accent is a little all over the place. Lewis, my brother who's on the call, he's still in the UK, and you can hear his accent. Sounds like a ruffian. Yeah. Oh, you know what?
No.
Maybe.
Hey, you've got a Mexican flag on your guy as well.
I've got a Mexican what?
You got a Mexican flag on your guy.
Oh, do I? Where is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. Up here. My head's in the way of it on the live stream. I'm gonna tap her. I'm gonna go for it, dude. We're gonna roll. Let's see. Maybe I can boost this guy up. It's a 5. He's gonna get a boost, and now I'm still okay in that lane. So my ability worked out pretty well there. But in fact, both of our abilities worked out pretty well for each of us there, I guess is what happened.
Yeah.
We kind of just evened out. That's nice. So, still got a bit of mana. Do I want to push for this lane, or do we want to push for the other lane? You've still got 3 as well yourself. Interesting.
Listen, I'm very glad I didn't go first this game.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna push for the other side. If you've got green, good luck. I see that your character in reserve doesn't have green. Keep going, American. Where's Lewis Bennett? Where are you from? Usually we get, I guess, UK listeners because it's Dark Zero.
Okay, see what you mean.
Yeah, so she doesn't have green, the one in reserve. So I was thinking, if you don't have green anywhere else, maybe I'll get lucky. But I assume you've got something. Yeah.
I did have to play an expensive card, though.
You did have to play an expensive card. Yeah. But it is good in reserve. Yeah. Ooh, that is a nice reserve card. Well, I'm going to pass there. I can't do anything else. I'm going to roll this one exactly when I need it. It's going to be exactly when it's like the game's going to rely on it. I'm going to time wizard myself. Okay, draw 2 cards.
Interesting. I have a lot of this card in mind. I don't trust electronic shuffling.
Do you not? No.
I just keep drawing the same card like twice and then twice and then twice.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember when the iPod like shuffle came out and people complained to Apple like it's not random. I keep getting the same songs over and over again and stuff, and it was random. And so they had to invent like an algorithm that made it less random and more like don't play the same songs, you know, after each other or songs from different bands and things like that. So they made a special algorithm to make it less random so that it felt more random to people. People don't understand that random can mean rolling a 5, 10 times in a row. It's kind of funny. Your brain just doesn't, it's like, that doesn't feel random. It's... Okay, 5, 5, 5. That's not really nice. Now I wish I had a bounce card. That's not particularly nice. You know what? Come at me, bro. He's anchored. Damn it. He's anchored. Otherwise, he gains 3 boosts if I roll a 1 to a 3.
You rolled a 4, didn't you?
Yeah, but if I roll a 4 or higher, he gains anchored. But if I roll a 1 to a 3, he gains 3 boosts. So I was trying to boost him up to a 7, 7, 7.
I'm looking at. Okay, I was looking at. I thought you'd use your character's ability.
Oh, okay.
It's actually the card. All right, so I'm still winning, and you just played a 5/5.
Yeah. But he's anchored. So next turn, you're screwed.
That's massive. That is true. He is massive. Okay. But
all right,
I'm winning that.
Kazuko.
Can you then also win?
Is Kazuko Scott? Right, so you're going for that lane, obviously.
You need to roll.
What? I need to roll.
Draw, right?
If this is when it's gonna, this is the one, dude. I'm calling it now. This is the one. He's gone. No, that's even worse.
You got 2 though.
That's worse.
Yeah,
that's nice. But I didn't think you could stack anchored. I wonder if they both go away. at the same turn. But that was the worst thing that could have happened, because now you're moving forward with both cards. Yeah, I rolled 2 bad dice in a row. They were too good. I rolled them too good.
They do both go away.
Excellent. So that was perfect. Yeah, gotta love that. All right. Well, I drew the same card twice. Love
I
it
told you,
though.
mate.
Absolutely love it. You know what? I love Joey decks, but I'm so bad with dice that they're not good for me. But I love them, but I will never win with a Joey deck. It just won't happen. Interesting. I'm gonna ink you real quick. I can't. They both went away. Just watching UFC. Is there a tournament on or something? Is there something special happening? Let's. I've got to roll the dice. Dude, it asks me if I want to roll the dice. Like, what are you going to say? No? Just like, nah, I don't want to have fun. Just, please. Thank you. I mean, I wouldn't mind the anchored now, but that's good. I still have to play something, though. Ooh. You know what? This is actually really nice here. Because she's pure green and mountain, so forest and mountain, so it's good. Let's see if I can win both lanes here. I think that's my game plan. I gotta do something. Oh god, a 5/5/5. And you still have 3 mana left, so you can put another 4/4/4 on the board. So that's not great.
Yeah, pretty mental.
That's not great. You know what? I think I do this instead. I'm gonna play this character, and I'm gonna give this character fleeing, so it pisses off. Doesn't go into your reserve, so you can't just have 2 4/4/4s ready to go.
I don't think you can win my lane anymore. That's a good card. Fun card. Oh, I don't feel like there's any reason for me to do anything here.
I'm playing online with my brother. He's we're both avid card game players, and this is a new card game that they're trying to kickstart from Paris, I believe it is. And we just wanted to test it out because I was thinking, should I back it? Should I not? Because it's quite expensive. It's like a full-priced TCG. So we just thought we'd give some of the decks a try, each of the starter decks. It's actually been more interesting than I thought it was going to be, to be honest.
You know what? It's a fun game to play online.
That's my concern. Yeah, that is exactly my concern. Managing all these numbers seems like a bit of a hassle. Lewis, yeah, his name's Lewis. You haven't done much for...
Not even just the numbers. Just turning it on and just having a quick game. I don't know if I'd go into a shop and someone would be like, oh, do you want a quick game of this? I don't know if I'd be like, oh, yeah. But like, if you messaged me and said, oh, do you want a quick game of this online? I think I'd say yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what? Legend of the Five Rings. Exactly. Remember what a setup that was?
Yeah.
You had 2 full decks. They were massive decks, and you had to shuffle them. You had to choose your houses and put them out on the board. You had to find out online which symbol was currently like reigning champion or whatever, because it altered the way that the game worked. Remember, if somebody won like the world tournament with a certain faction, then everybody would play with a certain new faction rule, and then it would change. I loved the concept of it, but getting a game out was annoying, and obviously then it kind of also was pretty unbalanced from set 1, so it kind of went to hell. But
yeah, it was unbalanced, and it was the game just had a lot of flaws.
It did, yeah. But yeah, being very long was one of them, and kind of annoying. But I do love the CCG. I do love being able to just buy all of the cards. But I think the problem is the gambling aspect of card games does attract people, right? Like, oh, I'm just gonna go buy a pack, and you can't do that with CCG, so you forget about them quickly. 4 weeks and 4 games completed. Yeah. That is good. God, I didn't beat anything this year besides Turnip Boy. I need my review up for that, actually. End of
Oh,
January
you know
is finished
what?
already.
Actually, I know we shouldn't. No, you know what? I'll talk to you about it after. Let me. This card's
Catching up on Dom
actually.
with all of his Dark Pictures gameplay. You're going first, right? It's up to you. Oh, you inked as well. Okay, we have it. Okay. Right. That's a 3/3/3. That's a 6/6/4. I do wish I had more like spells, you know? I did have like 3 removal cards, but I got them all early and they were too... They just weren't good enough. So it's all about mountains on this one. So...
Yeah, that's why I went for it, 'cause it's hard to spread.
Yeah. Mountains, and I need to stop you in both places now. I'm pretty behind here. So, green and blue here seems good to stop you, but you do have 4/4/4 as well to play. You do have 5 mana left, so maybe I have to deal with this first. So you did make me draw a card, which I appreciate. But what do I stop here?
Yeah, so like this is another thing. Like I know we keep going back to like Final Fantasy and stuff, but like if I make you draw a card on Final Fantasy, that is so bad for me.
Oh yeah, that's massive.
You can play that card and like every other card in your hand. Whereas on this, I'm like, yeah, I made you draw a card. You've got 5 cards, unless I drew you the nut, right?
Yeah, the absolute one card I needed. Yeah. I can play like 2 cards a turn, so it just doesn't mean anything, yeah. Because in Final Fantasy, it's also mana, though. Like, I could choose to discard it as well, so it's just...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, or if you drew me a land, even in Magic, it's like, wow, I mean, you don't miss my land drop for a turn.
Same with Lorcana. It's like if I draw you a card on Lorcana, yeah, I know I'm gonna win this turn if I play this card, and it just don't matter, does it? Whereas in like saying FF or Magic is completely different.
Oh my god, dude, this is the decision. You know, this is the game, and I think having this 4/4/4 for 3, I think I just don't beat that. And you've got in reserve right now 7/6/6 with the rest of your mana. Your cards are huge, and I don't really have the bounce for them, but I need to do something. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just do this for now.
This is where I wish I could pass my turn.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that would definitely be my deck, that or the tokens one so far from what I've played.
See you later, Scott. Have a good night. I got it's late for you guys now, right? It's half 12. Bloody hell.
Yeah, midnight.
He's up watching the UFC.
This is early for UFC, so well, I guess it could be English one, couldn't it? So I have 3 mana there, which you know about. You know what I want to do? I want to do this.
Anchor it. Okay. Now that would be an amazing card to bounce. Did you anchor that for free? What? Why didn't you spend mana doing that?
From my reserve.
Oh, okay. Okay, right. I didn't see that ability. Yeah, that's nice. That's really nice. Wow. Okay. Don't appreciate that. You still have to play an action or pass, though, which I like.
Which has to be this. You know what? This is actually nuts. It's a good card. I didn't realise it's a good card right now. Let's see. It draws you the nuts. It's actually a decent card.
Come on.
Oh, mate.
All right. First of all, they completely ripped off. This character is called Esmeralda, and she has a little goat friend. Isn't that just exactly Esmeralda from Hunchback of Notre Dame? The Disney movie? She even looks like her.
And this guy's called the Hatter, and there's a bloody cat next to him who's obviously Alice Wonderland.
But that's Alice. That's like public domain. This is like straight Disney. They're gonna get you with that. I think first we spin to win.
Oh, please, I need to see it, man. I need to see it.
Yes!
It keeps showing me the one and then
It
switching to
keeps
something
showing
else.
it and switching. Yeah, for real. So I need 3 in that area. I don't appreciate that. But you have a 4-4-4 on the left side if you want.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the freaking issue, isn't it? That's just.
yeah.
What do I do, possibly? Yeah. Wow. Oh my god, I'm going 3-0 here, man. I guess I'm gonna. No. Do I have to do that to see if I get the nuts? This guy doesn't have any abilities. No abilities from reserve. Ah, dude, I don't have the mana. You're gonna win on one side or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, do you know this Daughter of Yggdrasil or whatever
Yep.
that I've got? I drew another one off this Kitsune. So
Nice.
you think I'm gonna put a 4-4-4 down, but I'm actually gonna put a 5-5-3 down, which is gonna be 10 on the left side. So unless you can get +3 on the right, and 10 on the left.
That's great. That's fantastic. All right. For 3.
Oh no, you need 8 on this side. So yeah, you just draw.
All right. Yeah. 5-5-3 for 3. Okay, I got you. I have a 4-0-4.
For 10.
For 3. I have 1 card I can play. 2 cards I can play. Neither of them do anything. So I lose. But this card lets me roll a dice, so I'm going to play this card. Let's see what we get. Right, we got the 2. So she gets a 1 boost.
Okay. I'm gonna pass.
Excellent. Right, yeah. I'm going to pass 2. Oh my god. I'm 3-0 here, man. I'm not doing well.
Right, wait, we're 3 decks in, so I'm gonna call a break and I'm just gonna go get a drink.
And I'm going to go pee. So, yeah, let me just put this paused up. I'm back. Let me Lewis H1. Add him in. Let's see. Damn, 3-0. I'm out, dude. That's crazy. I want to watch I want to watch that game back. I want to watch that game back. I'm wondering, from that game, would it have made a big difference if I didn't roll that 6 and double anchor that character? If he actually got boosted once, and I would have forced Lewis to have to play another card to win that lane, instead of me having to play another card to win that lane, or it would have been a draw, I wouldn't have been so pressured at the end to have to win both lanes at the same time. I'm wondering if I lost with a die roll. But you can't drive yourself crazy with stuff like that in a game with dice. When you're playing a dice deck, that's just how it is, man. Oh, 3 decks down. So, interestingly, we now get to play the decks Lewis has played, and he gets to play the decks we have played. So we have information now. We have information about each of his decks.
Right, I'm back.
I was just saying, Lewis, that game, if I didn't roll the 6 and I rolled, a 2 to a 5, and that card would have been boosted, so we would have been drawing. I think maybe drawing, or maybe I would be winning that lane because I would be 5-5-5 and you were like a 5-5-3 or something.
Yeah.
I wonder if that dice roll, because if I would have stopped you from moving forward, because that required me to play another card, or you to play another card to win it. I don't know if that was the advantage that I lost. Because if you didn't move your companion forward, I wouldn't have had to win both lanes later on, at the end of the game there. Yeah. And I'm wondering, did I lose to that? I want to watch it back. And did I lose to a die roll? And of course, I like to say, I mean, it's a dice deck. You can't drive yourself crazy thinking about that. But I'm just wondering, it's quite an interesting, that was one really important thing, and it got double anchored instead because both dice rolls were high. It's kind of weird. But also, now we're playing, we've seen all the decks. So now I'm playing the decks you've just played, and you're playing the decks I've just played. So now we have some more information about what each of them might have in hand, which is interesting.
So I will say that I'm going to win this game because I am the best at dice rolls.
Are you lucky? Are you lucky?
No, but I love to play lucky decks.
I love to play them, but I will never win. If I play board games all the time with Kim, all the time, I will never beat a game that requires dice to win. Like, if it is really luck heavy, I will never, ever win against Kim. I don't know if I told you, we played Mansions of Madness, and it's like we had to solve this 4-digit code. We needed to go around and search for clues, and it would give us information about which digits go where. But you had to fail. You had to put the guess in and fail, and then you would get one of the clues, and you would spend a turn to do that. She put in 4 digits, and immediately she passed it. She guessed 1 in 9,999, 1 in 10,000 chance. She put it in, and immediately we passed it. It was the weirdest thing that's ever happened. Yeah, she immediately got through. So I think I'm gonna ink this one, this one, and we've seen how good this card is.
Choice for me. This is a very hard choice.
And this one. It would be nice. You know what? This is trash, right? This is stupid. Who cares?
I think my hand was too good.
Dude, I had a little I don't know, cat or something, like a grass cat. And it was a one, right? It's like a one cost,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
1/0/0, and its ability is when you play it, it gains anchored. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
Is the worst card ever. I mean, a 1/1/1 would have been fine, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe a 2/1/0 or something like that. But a 1/0/0? What a crap card. That sucks.
I feel like even if it cost 0, it'd still be a bad card.
Yeah, right? Like, it's still
Because
terrible.
I won't even want it in my hand. I won't even want to play it. I just want to.
It's pure
It might
ink,
early
dude.
on.
It's
It
pure
might win
ink.
you a lane early on.
Right, well, let's start. It's all I've got. Enjoy
Nice,
your
good
free card. Thanks, man. It's all I had. I have to win one lane. It was either that or a 1/0/0, so...
Okay. Okay, I guess I'm playing this then.
That's the character, dude. Look at her. Oh, and you got the exact right card into your reserve as well, the one with the reserve ability. How dare you?
Yeah, it's a good card, that.
How dare
I'm gonna do it.
You're not.
Of course I'm gonna. Oh, that is a pop-up as half, isn't it? Jesus.
I thought you said you could see the dice. I can't see anything.
No, I haven't done it yet. I'm just saying, do you know it says, are you sure?
Oh, the white, the white screen, like,
Yeah.
are you sure, dude? You're gonna destroy everything.
That's like when you click on a website that's not HTTPS. It's like
entering illegal territory. All right, we moved. You want mountain? Ooh, and I want water, which is what I don't have with this card, so that's nice. Okay. Gotta ink something.
Okay. Yeah. A lot of cards in this deck. In fact, every card I've seen has a 0 in one point, isn't it? Like you said.
I like that. I really like that. I think all the decks should be more like that. Although maybe not. To me personally, I feel like maybe you get 2 stats and you can assign them or something. But of course, that makes it even more of a digital card game.
Yeah.
I think I have to throw this for now. It's just, it's not good enough.
Have you passed?
No, you've got to be your first player.
Oh, okay. So that's water that I want to stop you on that side. But then this is hard. This is hard. Just go all out on this side, because then that's easier to win later. And get one up. With it being 0, man, it's really hard to decide on what to do. But I think I play this here.
Oh, 0 water. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm fighting on both ends now.
Yeah.
I'm still doing the 5/5 on that.
And you haven't tapped your character yet. So
but I haven't tapped my character.
That's
However, you can just win left for free, pretty much.
I can win left for free. But yeah. Yeah. I mean, I could go for this, right? I could go to try and block you there and win. But you would need to roll a 1 or a 6. So it's 2/3 of a chance, which is interesting. But I think it would be a very silly thing to do. When I can just do this.
I agree.
But it would also be the most fun thing to do, and that's the danger of card games. Like, I'm going for it, right? You would have to roll the dice. And it would have worked. Yeah, I would have won.
Shit.
Oh no, because mine would have got mine gets +1/+1/+1 anyway, so I should have done that.
Oh yeah.
Ah, I screwed up. I forgot my character's ability and I paid the price. You would have had to
I
roll
did
the
that last
dice
game.
and you would have
Yeah.
failed. So actually, yeah, we're doing the right thing by going into here. Damn. Well, what are you gonna do? We both move forward.
If you'd have played there, the world would have changed, mate. It would be on a different timeline. I might not roll the 6.
True. True.
Jesus Christ, my deck likes this card a lot.
Hi. Hmm. Oh, we're inking, aren't we, at the minute? Yeah.
We are.
Okay. Yeah, we'll ink you for now. Still too expensive. Okay.
See, you've made me draw a few like a card. We're still on the same thing. Still on the same amount of cards and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I just have more in reserve, I guess.
Yes, yes, and your characters do stuff in reserve, I think. Yeah.
So you're running a lot more there, but if I get this. So, but you're there.
Mm-hmm. It is more of an interesting puzzle than I gave it credit for originally, but yeah, I do feel heavily limited constantly, and I do feel it's more about the look of the draw in this game because it's so tight than it might be elsewhere. It actually happened. It actually happened. Although she can give something from reserve, but wow, that's bad. That's real bad for you.
It's not the worst because if I didn't,
You were gonna,
I don't think
yeah,
I'd
yeah.
win it anyway.
Well, I still would have been winning water anyway.
Yeah.
So you would still need to have played something there, but still, obviously, it's not freaking good.
It's not good, but it's not the worst.
You know? No, I think I play this safe. Let me go. Anchor this boy down. We can take that level in. I think I could play this one and potentially steal both lanes, but I do think it was better to keep this around because this is a big boy. This Door of Yggdrasil is pretty insane. It's a 6/6/4. It's going to stay on the board.
It's big.
Potentially could stay on the board again if I pop this out of the reserve and play it again. So, pretty nice.
Discard 2. Discard you. And I discard you.
You have a lot of cards in hand, man. You have a lot of cards in general, yeah, your reserve and everything. I don't know how you've got so many.
Just 6/6/4. I'm doing this right now. I think I get rid of you. You've been a bit boring.
I get rid of a dupe. Here. Duplicate card. Go bye-bye. Yeah, let's go. He's anchored, baby. He's anchored.
Cool.
Okay. So you need to win water there. Let's see if you can. If you get your boost, we'll still be even, which is... Double anchored, it happened! That's it, man. That card is the worst. It attracts the sixes. That is the worst thing. That's exactly what happened to me, and I'm pretty sure I lost from that. Like, I needed that boost to win the lane.
You know what it is as well? I mean, I don't even think I saw you play this card, but like some cards I've got in hand that roll dice are just ridiculously expensive. Like, don't get me wrong, they can make my guy massive.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I'm like,
oh yeah, you mean the lucky dice, the Yu-Gi-Oh lucky dice? You roll it and it just goes up by X.
Yeah.
Yeah. The problem is I never found a time where I could play a character and play that because it's going all in on one side as well.
Exactly right. It's like, yeah,
dude, get this out of my hand. Get this piece of crap mouse tree out of my hand. Why?
It's a good mana, though, isn't it? It's a good mana.
Yeah, but it's like drawing a dead card. I've had 2 of them. Just delete it from the game. Don't print that card, please. Don't do this. Man, yeah. You know what? Let's go. Same.
Go.
Bring it on. Get sent to the reserve, boy.
So can we both move forward on the same board?
Yes. Yes. If you're winning from different things. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's tense now. What are we doing? What was that? You brought a reserve back to... Oh, you discarded her from the reserve to bring something back to hand?
I just play it, though.
It wasn't... Was that the 4 cost you brought back to hand? The,
Yeah, the Hatter.
Yeah, the Hatter. That's the one, yeah. Okay. Interesting.
It's hard. The 0 costs, the 0 powers really throwing me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good when you need it, but like right now, I'm like, I can't get green and blue.
And you know what? What I was saying is like you've got to think ahead about which cards you play out. But the thing is, it's also just totally luck of the draw. Like if you don't have anything with Mountain and you need something, then that's it. That's GG. Like you can't do anything. Right now you got green and blue. Perfect. But if you were one space back, you're just in such a worse position. Like I don't know. It's really weird. Oh man, I wish I could pass. You know what? I think I'm just gonna create more pressure over here.
Let's see what you do.
Come on, baby. Let's see it.
Yeah.
Let's see it. Send it. Send it. Exiled.
Yeah, maybe. I don't
Get
think
it.
so. I think
Get it. A 6 would have been nice. A 6 would have been nice too, but.
I need. So you're on 10 there. I need to roll a 5 or higher.
Oh, with the it's a 3 cost, right? Yeah. Yeah. I wanted to play the card so bad, but I just never found a chance. Damn. That's beautiful. That's really, really nice. That's really, really nice. You got exactly what you needed. Pass.
Oh. I had to use everything just to stop your guy who's anchored, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I was thinking because I could have put down another character and won potentially, but then it's like I think just keeping it around is so much pressure. Like it's just so good. Okay. I don't think I have the cards to do it, to do this. Passing.
Okay.
Ooh, that's good. That's nice.
Oh, good. That was very good for me.
Interesting, interesting. What we going for? Are we going for each lane or are you going all in? Oh, I see how it is. I see how it is. Okay, you get your boost. Okay, so you're winning that lane. You gotta do something about this side. Or not.
I'm just gonna fucking power him up, man.
Whoa!
Let's go, boys.
Whoa. Really
You
wanted
know what'd
to
be good
win.
in this deck? Gigantic.
That's what I said. That's exactly what I said, man. What the fuck is this again? This is altered. It's a new, potentially new TCG. It's being kickstarted right now, and we wanted to check out to see if it was any good. But so far, I think what we're discovering is that it is fun, but playing in paper seems like it's going to be a whole mess of upkeep and management. Do I want to play something here? I mean, definitely not against a 14-14-14. That just seems like pointless. There really is no reason to do anything, I guess.
So I'm guessing you can draw on this game.
Oh, that's another thing. I think it's too easy to draw, probably. They have like a whole rule set. If you draw, this is what happens. And then it's like you have like a lightning round or something. It's man, I don't know.
Well, that'd be nice to show.
It would be nice to show off, but it's like yeah, it's a whole weird thing. It seems like they just threw it together afterwards, to be honest. Right, here we are. Down to the wire, and I am on the back foot because I only have one icon here and you have two on each card, so
That's true.
I may discard a card for mana. Well, I'm obviously going to discard this piece of crap. You're living in Mexico. What? I'm still living in Mexico. It is my home. It is my home. You want 9 mana, right? Because you've got some 3-cost cards. Like, you got a lot of...
Okay, I get that.
Right, card. That's not good. That's not a good card right now. That is. Okay.
Whew. Alright, I need to discard a card of mana. It's definitely going to be that one.
Am I first? That's not nice. I think we'll start by popping this senor here. $5/5/5. I'm living in Mexico. Yeah, I live in Mexico.
Yeah.
I had my 10th anniversary actually the day of arriving. Early January. Oh no. Here we go. Anchored. Love that. Love to see that. Love to see that. We're going in, obviously. Damn it. Still got to do an action though. Oh, you know what? I miscalculated. I don't know if it's going to matter, but it might do. I thought that this was the opposite cost. Right.
That's all I've got.
Well. Okay. Then let's go into the draw. There's no point in me playing something out. Let's see.
Joking, I've got some.
Duked. Right. You advance. I advance. Oh. Oh, that's not good. Wait a minute. Excuse me.
I genuinely didn't think it count. I thought it'd be like a complete reset.
I thought it was a reset, but okay. That's not good. And now it's about, I think it's like all three, just the most you can get. Which in this deck would normally be good, but you should have just seen what I just drew. So I'm pretty sure I'm dead in the water here.
I need to decide on if I'm discarding it. I need to actually count.
Right. Well, you're starting with 666, so I don't think I don't think you need to count too much.
Yeah, you got a good point there. That is pretty strong, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little busted. Yeah, I didn't realize that was going to count either. Damn, I thought I'd had you this game.
You know what, though?
Yeah. Why? Why did you do it? No. Oh yeah, if I have a spin to win deck, I'm gonna crush you. Jesus Christ. I mean, he's still like an 888.
Yeah, it's still massive.
But Jesus. Oh my god, that was good. Well, I think I still lose because you rolled to get 3 boosts. I don't have anything big in my hand. I drew a 1/1/1 and I drew a card that anchors a card, which would have been good last turn probably. Oh, great. Yeah. Yeah. No, there's no chance. There's absolutely no chance. Yeah. Nice that you got an 888 and a 5/5.
It actually kind of worked out for me a little bit.
It did.
Well,
yeah. I mean, it's the same, right? I'd have been even worse off.
Well, the other cards in my hand are like I've got a 2 cost. That's a 0/0/0. Got to roll a 4 or higher for it to be good. And I'm like, what even is this card? Come on, yeah. Why would I do that? I was quite closer, to be fair. Yeah.
It got closer, yeah, but I drew a 2-cost 1/1/1 that also gains anchored. What are these cards? Why are these in the deck? And then I also drew a card that allows me to anchor a card, so completely worthless. Unfortunately, I didn't have any of my Yggdrasils left, so...
I drew all those little shit dudes as well. Like, in my starting hand, I had a bunch of dudes. So
is that what you sacked, though, to mana?
Yeah, I was like, these must be good, and I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to play them.
Dude, I'm 4 out. I'm 4-0. I'm getting crushed.
And I just got a trophy for getting karma points as well.
Same. Same. I am getting devastated here, man. What is happening?
It is a bit annoying because I'm like, I am just playing the biggest cards in my hand.
Oh, are you?
But I don't know if I am subconsciously thinking about stuff, but really I'm just like, this card's bigger than this card. You have to think about the mana sometimes.
The mana is all I'm thinking about, man. I can't seem to ever play cards that I want. I have to be really careful. I'm throwing away a lot of my big cards because of that. Like, I'm like, I can't play it. All I can do is play this one card. It's not worth it, right? I wanna split. So yeah, you go away. I guess one of these goes away. Oh my god, can I have some creatures? What is this? That's nice in theory, but not right now. Get out of here. Sleeves as a kid on the way? That's crazy, man. Congrats. Or, I'm sorry to hear that, however you're feeling.
All right, you're playing this deck now, so you're onto like my favorite decks.
Yeah, but you know what I didn't draw? 2 citadels that just create creatures for me every turn. Wow, annoyingly. I'm doing it.
Turn.
I'm a madman.
This
Go for
card's
it.
not.
Go for it. There's no way you can play 2 cards. I don't believe you. I do not believe that you can beat both lanes here. It can't happen. There we go. There we go. Yep. That's fine. You take that first one. I go up a card. Nice. But you do go first, so you do create a 2/2. It's funny because we're playing the same decks against each other because we went backwards. So we're...
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. That's quite funny. Okay, so I have to discard. Oh, we liked that guy. We'll get rid of you because we already have one.
Interesting.
Wait a minute, wasn't this a 2? Wait. Oh, I thought she was a 2 cost. Okay. Not a fan. Not a fan. Remove her from your reserve. Just get her out of there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot more challenging when I don't have 3/3s every turn for no reason.
I had them both out this turn, yeah. I'm gonna go for it. Why not, I guess.
Oh, the boosts.
Yeah. I've used all my cards, but...
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping it kills you with, because I have no control cards here at all.
I don't have my dude this turn either.
Oof.
Oh my god. I think I know what card I'm discarding this turn.
It's happening, boy. It's actually happening. We're going for it. We got one out. We dug for one. Okay. Wow. Okay. 424. You still got 2 left. Do you actually have a card? This is I'm now it becomes gambling now because I don't want to throw something down if you don't have a 2 cost. But this is a gamble. Look, I mean, you'd be so far ahead. You'd be so far ahead. But even then, actually, you have to win Mountain.
To get one up in Mountain.
Oh, you know what? I can use this reserve card and just see.
That makes sense.
Good. Did you have anything? I don't think you did. I don't think you did.
No.
A 2 cost. I don't think you had another one. But I couldn't let you potentially win both of those. That would just game. All right, so you've got your 2-2, but I have my 2-2, and I have 1 and a 1. So I have my split power here. I don't think this card's very good. I don't think this champion card is very good. It's a 4 cost 2/2/2 that leaves a 1/1/1 on each side of the field, but like that's when he leaves. I just don't think it's good enough.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those where you gotta get set up and
Absolutely. So I need to stop your mountain there, and I need to stop your green there. Well, that's not good to see. That's not good to see. I think we'll start with trying to win this one. Ooh, going for it with a squirrel. Going for it with a squirrel. We would both move across there. But you still have 3 mana, actually. That were a 1 cost. It gains 2 boosts from there. Jesus, okay. Oh, it's cost 3, though. I really can't stop your mountain because I have no mountain cards, but I can try this. You are using your resources up, though. I'd like to see that for sure. All right, he's going for it. Whew, we did it. Okay.
But now we're quite even. You're a bit more ahead on this turn because you've got your 2 guys. But
you are still ahead twice. You're 2 ahead of me.
I've got.
You are very. That is an aggro deck, though, but you are starting to run out of stuff, which is nice to see. It's that physical training card is terrifying, honestly. It's scary, man. Yeah, I really wish I could do something about that. It is awful. Discard a card. I think. No. I think this is very good. Yeah, we'll get rid of it. Mm-hmm. One on each side. Love to see that. But I do have to play something, which is a annoyance. We'll try and block your wolf guy and progress. Block your companion and progress with my frog. Frog. Okay. Oh, he went. Oh, you played that for 3. Yeah. Okay. Damn. Okay. I just don't have like mountains so much. I can do this. And I guess then it's up to you to physical train. At least it gets out of your hand or out of the reserve or whatever. I do like the reserve mechanic's quite interesting, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Although it does mean that you have less. It's less. I don't know. You're seeing the same cards over and over again, but it's like I can see what actions you have available to play around, and then playing from your hand is like something special. It's cool like that.
Mm.
I had to try and block that squirrel. Yeah, of course, but I had to do something. I think that's okay. I think getting rid of that's okay, unless you have another one in hand, which I have to assume that you do.
I had to get through it because I get my
Guy
token
this turn.
turn.
Yep.
So I just have to do something.
Yep. I have a card in hand that's kind of good. And now I've got 3 of them in hand, so I lose. Yeah. This is fun. I was gonna say I kept this card in hand because I'm like, I think it's a big swing if I pull it off, but I just don't think against your deck it would ever be useful. So I was about to ink it and then I just drew 2 more of them. I'm not joking. So we'll ink one of them, and that's it. I'm game. I have no chance. Oh, I do have a chance. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Wait, what?
It's 5. It costs 5.
Spend with 4 or more, though.
Ah. A reserve target.
Oh, no, we got it.
There
we go. There we go. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. That's what I was waiting for. Right. Good. Ooh, and now you don't have your 2/2, and I do. So I have a little bit of pressure. You have a card up on me, but we're okay. Actually, we're more than okay. This is fantastic. Pass. This is fantastic. Get out of that reserve, boy. Perfect card draw. The sabotage was just spot on. A 2/2. Okay. Put the frog out. Block that green a little bit. This deck is very oppressive, right? When you get in And you get some
Yeah.
control in. You only have 2 mana left. I have 3 mana left. So you can't play anything really big. You need water. You need water on either side. It's kind of scary. You need grass there, you need water there. I think I have to just go for it. Oh, Jesus. Oh, of course. Okay. Well, at least we're both getting into the middle point again. So we go to the lightning round. Okay. Although I don't like my chances in the lightning round because you do have a 4-cost 2/4/2 right there. And you get your 2/2 as well. Yeah.
I think I want mana. I know I do.
Ugh. And now I draw the card that gives me an extra guy a turn. Obviously send that to ink. Oh, actually, in the lightning round, that equals out, right? That equals out.
Yeah.
Because it all adds up. Okay. That's interesting. Nice. Why did he get boosted? Oh, against 2. Oh, shit. Okay. Damn. Okay. Not good. I wish it would just show you the number instead of having, each one. I have 27 and you have 26. But you have to add them up. Why is it not showing like the full amount? Oh, come on. Oh no, it's 4 or less, yeah. But I can play it again. Is that it? You didn't choose something?
Yeah, I chose your token.
What?
Because it don't return to your hand. It don't matter, no matter what I picked, it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
Especially had that guy.
Yeah.
So it was like you could always play another guy.
Yeah, good. That's 1 game out of 5.
Yeah,
Jesus.
you had a lot in the reserve there for that.
Yeah, you did burn out fast. We did see, but you played that deck much. Obviously, when I was playing it, I was trying to not do that out of resources quick, and then you just controlled the board. I mean, I know you got those 3/3s out, but yeah, you obviously aggroed much better. But then because I knew that deck a little more, I think it allowed me to just kind of sit back a little bit. All right,
Yeah.
last game, Luis. Let's go. What's this deck? Oh, this is the deck I wanted to play the most. The one where you can pass the turn. Yeah. And you get to play the machine deck, the weird machine deck.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. The really expensive like artifact deck.
I like the purple tokens as well. Really nice. I like
Yeah.
the purple, the pink. Yeah.
Wow, the 7 cost. Jesus. Yeah, gotta send those. I can't use them for a few turns. Shame. Okay. Yeah. See what you've got. Oh, he's got one of those. He's used it. He's used it immediately, but you don't get anything until noon. Oh, but you do. You get a 2/2/2, don't you? Because that's your ability. Yeah.
What? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You've got it. Like comes up at the top. Yeah, you've got to like
Yeah.
select it in the bar. It's weird. Hmm. This is a shame.
I do like how it helps with your early game setup. This
That's
character.
what it does. Yeah, that's exactly
And
what it
later
does.
game, it's like you better have the best stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it seems like anyway. Ooh.
Nice. So don't forget, you have to. It's going to ask you at the top if you want to pay one to use that.
Yeah.
In a sec. Yeah, I like that too. I don't. Oh, what do I throw away here? This is interesting. I do like that. Yeah. No, your bug is on my screen. Won't go away.
What
I'm gonna restart. 1 sec. Your like bug, your token like wouldn't leave my screen. Just a giant image of your token. Like, so you go first. Okay. Have you are you yeah. I just refreshed the page. It's nice because it's obviously knows we're in a game and stuff. Are you kidding already? Jesus.
Yeah, man. Fucking nuts, me.
Wow. Unfortunately, it's not good enough. Very nice. Gotta rush you down. Whew.
So technically, I'm drawing 2 cards a turn now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, obviously, I'm always doing that, but
That's nice. This is a reserve thing. I do like that. I like this. I like all of these cards. This one's really powerful against that. I think I can overwhelm that. I think I can overwhelm that slot. All right.
yes. Yes,
All
I
right.
will.
We know where the 2/2/2's going. And then you're putting in a reserve card.
Oh, wait, no. No, it's not the full out one. No, it don't have the same effect. Oh, if they were swapped.
Tricky. Oh my god. Okay. You go. Let's see what you've got. Bounce that to the reserve. We'll win one each. Sounds good. That sounds good. Why didn't you, what happened then? It triggers the activate
triggers the
that. Oh, so you just got more coins. You got more counters. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's cool. Yeah, we'll get rid of one hurt. Sure. 2 cards in hand. I got 1. This is interesting now. This is amazing. But still, I need to put a card into... God damn. This card is too good to get rid of, but this one is just... I think it's good against your deck. But this is amazing. No, I think we get rid of this for now. I wanna see how this plays. Okay. Got your 2/2/2. That's a nice card to see hit the reserve. It's totally useless, basically. Okay.
Yeah. Deck's kind of ass.
You need water there.
You know what I don't like about this deck?
What?
And there were another deck which were quite similar. It was, I needed to put the right cards in my reserve for it to be good.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And there were ways the Lyra deck did that as well, the diced one.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, it might have been.
But some cards would be like flip a card into your reserve, but then if you got a card that you didn't want in your reserve, it would really random with that. Yeah.
Like this card here is a 3/3 2/2/2. And
did you pass?
Yeah.
Oh god, okay. Let's see what I can do. Maybe I can actually win something here then. Or maybe not.
Tokens are very slow as well.
They are. Yeah.
Only being able to do it once is very slow for a free cost. Like to say that, like you say, the other guy just got a 1/1 in play for free every turn. And
you're paying 1 for a 2/2, and I don't know. The paying 1 feels really bad. It just means you're behind every turn. I don't know. It seems pretty insane. Right, well, this is exactly what I wanted to happen. This is exactly what I wanted to happen here. So, it's my turn first. Oh, you get to do all of that if you want, yeah. Yeah. And you got to put a card in your reserve as well. Nice. The 5/5. Oh, so it creates it, and then it creates one every turn as well after that. So that's pretty good.
Oh, that's cool.
That's what I had.
If you got that on turn 2, it'd be good.
It's nice because it creates one every turn. It creates one when it comes in, but then she also creates one.
Yeah.
So the first turn you play it is nuts, and then after that, it's kind of taking up a slot in your reserve, which is a bit awkward. I'm gonna cast this spell to take her out of your reserve, so you don't get the special thing with it. And I put one in my reserve. Ooh. Oh my god, that's the exact card. Oh no, because that's not the exact card. You need that to play from your hand. So that's actually the worst card to go into the reserve. That's nice. Oh, you got it. You got it. Hmm. This is interesting. This is interesting. Okay.
Well, you got that card in your reserve. How did that go in your reserve?
It. I resupplied, so it's the worst card that can go in your reserve. You know. Hmm. Okay. Not. It's not good right now. That's not good right now. I think I need to play these. Played. Oh, no, this is really bad for me, I think.
Really?
Yeah. You know what? Why don't you go? That's the exact perfect situation to use that. That's a great ability. That is the most fun ability ever. This is really cool.
Yeah, but what if both players? Well, I guess that's why it's the only if you're first player.
Mm-hmm. So, okay. It's not good there. Well, it's perfect here. We go here. We go here. Nice. So I block your little 3 piggies and I get to move forward as well. Perfect. It's really nice. I have to discard one as well. 4/4/4 really isn't that good.
It's not bad though, is
But
it?
it's not bad.
Not like...
That's the thing. But the 1/1/3 is really good because being on water specifically is nice.
Well, you're gonna get 4 there, but with 2 extra, you're gonna get 8. So it's like literally.
Yeah, definitely. What's this? Send reserve target card with hand cost 3 or less. Yeah. This one's nice, but it costs 4. I just
you
don't
have
think
to
I
play
can
it to
do
win,
that.
really.
Yeah. You have to play it from your hand. I really can't be doing that right now. I need stats.
I feel like I am playing this deck wrong. Like I do feel like I should just keep playing landmark cards.
That's what I mean. It feels like that, right? But then it's like, what? I'm gonna pay 5 and use my entire turn for a 2/2?
Exactly.
It feels really weird. It feels wrong. I'm gonna pass. All right, are we getting the 2/2? He's done it. What we're seeing in the reserve. Oh my god. That's the guy. I kept drawing him, dude. I kept drawing him and I was like, I don't want to put my cards in my hand in the reserve. It's the last thing I want. But yeah, you've got a lot of stats this turn. You've got a lot of stats. I just don't know if I can do too much. I think what I do is draw a card.
Nice.
The pressure it creates when you've got to stop both of my pieces is significant.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it. You got the full art. You bastard. Okay. but you're out of mana. Which I like to see. So I think I win. Unless you can do something with 1 mana, which I don't believe you can. Which is, I think, is a big lacking thing in this game. You really can't do much with little.
Yeah.
I think I send him back to your reserve. And pass.
Feel
There's
like
very
these
few
decks are
1 mana
going-
cards. Because the thing is, there can't be many 1 mana cards. Because you only draw 1 card a turn, basically. And it's like... If you had a 1 mana card, it's like, what? You have 6 mana remaining on your turn? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do feel like drawing 2 and putting 1 into land is kind of weird. I mean, it's essentially Hearthstone, right? But you're choosing what to... Like, you have to get rid of a card as well, instead of just getting 1 extra mana a turn and then drawing. I don't know. I think there's something there that keeps me wanting to play a little bit, but it still feels flawed to me. Is that wrong to say?
It's I don't know how to explain it. It's a fun game. I mean, I enjoyed playing it, but I think the early 3 decks, the first 3 decks, playing them against each other is probably fine. But then I think the last 3 decks,
What the
are just
the
way
green,
more interesting.
That's the green, the one with the soldiers, and then this one, the one where you can pass the turn.
Yeah, I think I like the green because I like the anchor mechanic and keeping things in play.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
I don't think the deck's great, but I think it's a fun mechanic to play with. I like the soldiers because I just think that like controlling the board constantly and forcing them to make different moves. Like you can definitely beat it, but you know it's a fun deck. And I also think the pass a turn is kind of busted.
Absolutely busted, yeah. Because just then I used it and it was like, well, you can either try to do something, and whatever you do, I'm gonna counter on either side, right? Like I'm waiting for you. Yeah, it's magnificent. It's easily the best power.
Yeah, it should be. It should like. I don't know. It needs another thing. It can't just be if you are the first player. It needs something else in there, like I don't know. You've got to discard a card from your reserve or something.
Maybe
that might
even
be too
costs
powerful.
just 1.
Or costs 1. Yeah, because that's the fact is it's going first is quite bad in this game because you have to show your hand and then the other person's playing like
it's every other card game going first seems to be a significant advantage, and in this game it's really not. It's because there's no like speed doesn't matter. Going second and playing against your opponent is always better. It's just so much strictly better. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, another thing you can kind of compare it to like, so like I keep comparing it to Marvel Snap, like stuff like that. But in Marvel Snap, you both play at the same time, but then there's a priority system.
Yeah.
And that priority system really matters. You can it's really good to have priority sometimes, and sometimes it's really good to not have it. So you have to play for that. Whereas just in this game where it's like going first is bad unless you play this one character that can just like change the rules of the game.
And just always go second. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems a bit weird. But I don't know. I mean, we could definitely be playing the game wrong.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I'd like to see what they think of a competitive level of playing this, because I also felt like some cards were great, some cards were okay, but some were so just why do they exist? Like the ones I was saying, like a 1/0/0 with Anchor, even if it was a 0 cost card, is bad. And it wasn't. It was a 1/1. Like 1 in hand, 1 in reserve. Why? If the game had like you can, you play a card, when you play this card, you discard a card from hand, and then that card was like, oh, it goes onto the field if you discard it or something. But just being what it is, I don't understand who designed that or why. You know, it is not even a dead card. It is worse. It's really bad for you to draw that card. Even if you ink it, I don't know. It's like it just gives you no choice. I don't know. There are some weird design issues with the cards. And the fact that a full art is strictly better than a normal one or whatever is really strange as well. I don't know.
Yeah, because I feel like if people like a game, they're going to want to collect the nice cards anyway.
Yeah.
Because there's always collectors for your game. You don't, like, I go back to Dragon Ball Z and how they did it. They did it awfully. It was rubbish. But at the same time, the cards were absolutely beautiful. So even if you were a collector, you also wanted it. I don't know how that's going to work in this game, where it's not going to be for collectors. It's just going to be for people who want to win the game. I don't know.
Yeah, and the changing the color thing with rare cards. I think there's. Let me stop sharing my screen a second, and I'm just gonna jump to the Kickstarter because Kickstarter altered. I was playing this game with you today because I was seeing if I'm gonna back it, and I was thinking, what you can do is you can buy a box and you get 2 starter decks, and then as an add-on, I'll add the rest of the starter decks, right? And dude, that came to like 250 euros for a box and all 6 starter decks. And I'm like, dude, that's what Lorcana costs. And that's from Disney. You know the hype around Lorcana? Dude, this is not well known enough. You know, like you can't be charging, and it's more than Lorcana because it's euros. So I don't know, man. It seems really, really expensive. And then there's also this weird thing where how you build a deck. Let me scroll down to how you build a deck. Where is it? So 40 cards, including a hero. So 39 cards in a deck. All from a single faction. You can have maximum 3 copies of the same card regardless of rarity. But then maximum 15 rare cards. So you can have 15 rare cards. So almost half your deck can be rare. And that means you can have cards from other colors because some cards are rare, are just changed a little bit or a different color. So like say if you got that giant card and put it in the green deck so that you can anchor it, or you get the +1/+1/+1 and it's the first card you played that turn or whatever, and you can boost it and it's on both sides. I mean, I feel like that's the way to go, right? Like the way to go is to make a multicolored deck, but by using cards from other places that have like rarity to change their color. And hunting for those cards, I think it's going to be more difficult than cracking boxes to find mythics, because it needs to find a mythic that is also the correct color. It's like if every card had 6 different versions of itself. It's just way too much. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it has been backed, right?
It has been backed, yeah. But people will always back TCGs because they'll think they can make money off of it, so they like scalp it.
So so we're going to be able to see what happens with it.
Yeah, we will see. You'll see because it's an EU thing, I believe. So in each booster, 1 hero card. So there's 1 hero card every single booster. So I don't know how many heroes there are in the set, but that gives you a lot of deck options, right? Because they're the unique cards that you play around, that you build around.
Yeah.
8 common cards per booster, which are just normal cards. 3 rare cards per booster. So they can be like slightly altered versions or different colored versions. And then there's 1 unique card per 8 boosters. And I think there's 8, 16, 24 packs in a box. So you'll get about 3 unique cards per box. And you can have 3 in a deck. But and they're every color, are they, or something like that? So once every 8 boosters, a unique card will replace a rare card. By unique, we mean that no other card in the world will have the same combination of powers and stats. So it's all about finding the 3 best unique cards, finding the rare cards that go with your faction, but that are in different colors or whatever, different color cards that are in your faction color. And that just seems like it's more about spending money than playing the game a lot.
Okay, so now I understand. I didn't know what game you were on about last time, but you were talking about Keyforge a lot.
Yes.
That was the one where you buy
You just buy the deck,
right?
Yeah, and it's a random
it's
deck.
random.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's exactly what it seems like they're going for.
But worse, because Keyforge made it so you buy a deck, $6, and that's it. You can't do anything with that. This game wants you to hunt down specific rares that are rare. They're 6 times rarer than normal rares because it can be different colors, and specific unique cards that are good for your build. Unique, which means there are one-offs, dude. This is how you get cards torn up and thrown into, the ocean, right? This is how you get weeviled, bro. Like,
I will say, it does say that the designer of Dice Forged and Seasons. I did like Seasons.
Seasons is fun. Dice Forge is a dice game.
I don't know Dice Forged. Never played it.
You
Seasons
build the dice and thing. Seasons was a fun game, but was it TCG fun? Was it like,
No,
you know what I mean?
TCG.
Like, yeah. This feels like it should be more of a board game thing. But I don't know. This rarity system terrifies me. Honestly, I think it's dangerous. You're going to get people with unique cards that people want. And there's one of them, which, yes, makes it so that you can get really expensive cards and stuff and you can sell them for a lot. But it also makes it really expensive to play the game. And I don't like that. I think playing the game should be cheap. And then buying bling for your deck, that can be as expensive as you want to make it be.
Yeah, it's kind of like what we're gonna say now. It's I forgot what I'm gonna say, but it needs to be like in a box. So like, do you remember in FF it was like in a box you're gonna get at least one full art card.
Yes.
But you'll probably get more, and it was like you'd get one or two.
Some guarantee, yeah.
And then also there were like a minimum of 7 or 9 legendaries in the box, and most people got like 10 to 15 sometimes. We've seen a lot. It needs to be something like that, where if you buy a box.
What killed Lightseekers is it wasn't marketed very well. But to get a mythic card, you could open a crate. You could have opened 6 boxes to get one mythic card, and you needed like 3 in your deck. So it became stupidly expensive if you wanted the perfect deck that you'd built. And it's just, that's not sustainable. Lorcana is not far off, man. You don't get many like mythic cards a box. And because there are a lot of them in a set, it's kind of on par with Magic. I think it's a little bit worse than Magic. And Magic's really bad. Final Fantasy, that's why we loved it. Because we bought a box and then we'd win some packs as well. We'd usually buy 2 boxes set and then win a bunch of packs. And we'd have everything. We have 3 copies of every card by the time the next set came out. And with Magic, you don't do that. You cannot get 4 of each. You would spend so much money doing that. You spend $1,000 a set, probably more. And this seems like the same, right? And Lorcana's the same. And this seems even worse. Like, I don't know. This rarity of changing factions, can you imagine getting like a lightning bolt but in blue in Magic? Like it's just crazy.
Yeah.
You get an arcane denial, you get a counter spell but it's green in Magic just because it's rare. Like that is just, you can't do that. It means the entire game that you've built it falls around, right? The theme falls apart. The mechanics fall apart because you're sharing mechanics across factions. It's just, I don't know, it breaks. In Magic, they call it breaking the color pie, right? Like, certain colors have certain benefits. And in this game, you're breaking that by making the cards rarer, which doesn't mean that it solves it because not everybody's going to have it. It just means it's very expensive to be, top of any tournament. That's all I see it as.
Yeah, it'd have to be a game where a couple of your mates like bought a box or 2.
Yeah.
And then you'd put a deck together.
A draft. This seems like a great draft game. Yeah.
Because you'd be like, you'd put a deck and then you'd see like this rare card and this other, and that'd be a bit hype, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But Yeah, play like if I went to a tournament, like you say, yeah, if I went to a tournament, I was playing against mono blue and they dealt 3 damage to my life points directly, I'd be a little bit upset.
Yep, yep. You know, I like if you look, I don't know if you've got the Kickstarter page up, but there's this rarity system like image. I'm gonna put it on my screen. It has that squirrel that you played, the 1/3, that's 1/1/1, and when you play it from reserve, it gains 2 boosts. And then there's the rare version, which first is full art, and second, it says I gain 3 boosts, right? So it gets a little bit better to have it as rare. But then there's another rare version that is not red. It's 1/3 still, 1/1/1, but it's blue. And it's when you play from reserve, create 2 soldiers. So it's a blue card. But then the unique version is 1/2, same. It's still red, same. But it's a 0/2/0, so that can be different. Obviously, you know, it's 1 less than 1/1/1, but it's all in one area. But when you play it from reserve, you draw a card. It's a 1 cost. But when you play it from reserve, which is 2, you draw a card. And then it says, when a non-boosted character you control gains 1 or more boost, you may have another target lose fleeting. So it just has this massive... I don't know, man. That's a massive swing.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's 324 rare cards as well.
Is that what it is?
It says 162 common, 324 rare. So I'm guessing that's what it means. I don't know. Oh no, because that's yeah. Cause every card is set has 2 rare versions, and then there's a unique, which is like.
Okay. So every card has 2 rare versions. So every card can't be in every other color.
No.
Maybe there's 1 color it can be, and then 1 boosted version it can be. I mean, it's all speculation for us right now, obviously. We've only played with these starter decks, and we don't see how the boxes work properly yet, but it concerns me. It concerns me that people are focused more on this kind of like, let's make it unique, and they don't understand card game players are insane. Like, unique cards seem like a fun idea, but in practice, all it means is incredibly expensive to play the game well. If that changes your deck significantly.
As well, it's kind of like forcing that on people. So there's 2 things now, right? If you've got a game where you're going to have to spend a lot of money, people aren't going to play it, right? Like that's just number one. Like, if I told a mate about it and I said, oh, but you've got to get these rares and this and that, they just think, I'm not going to play that game. That's just too out there. I don't want to play it. And number 2, what I've noticed from like playing against just card gamers, not necessarily collectors, just like people who like playing cards, is I don't know if this is just a thing like from where I play, but a lot of people hate like foil cards and like full art cards.
Yeah.
They want the regular card because they just want everything in the deck to look the same. And they hate shinies. I mean, you know, a good mate of ours, he trades away all his shinies for better cards. For like he'll trade 1 foil, like legendary, for like 2 regular legendaries because he just don't care about it, and it gives him that benefit. So it's like, so as well on top of that, it's saying like, oh, you'll get 1 non-playable card in a booster, you'll get this foiler card, and then you can turn a unique card into a foil or common or rare card into a foil using this QR code and then printing it out. But I'm like, but a lot of people just won't care about that. Like, that's a cool idea. But the reason it's never been done before is because people just don't care. People just want cards.
People they want the game. That's the thing. People want to play. People want to play. I want to play. And I think making a game easily accessible is number 1. And then collectability, yeah, that's fine, man. People want to spend $200 on an alternate artwork secret lair drop. That's awesome because it supports artists. They get to bling out their cool deck, and the company gets to make a lot of money. But when they play that card, the effect is still the same as anybody who plays a $3 version of it. And I think that is how card games should always be, and they're not. And this is a big part of that, I think, making things powerful. But the set breakdown says there's 18 hero cards. So if you buy a box and you get all the starters, I don't know why you wouldn't get the starters, because you want to learn how to play it as well.
Yeah.
So let's say 6 of those heroes you've already got. There's 12 hero cards, so you should get 2. You should have definitely with one box. You should get every hero card because you get 1 per pack. So you're gonna have 24 hero cards, and there's only 18 available, and you're already gonna have 6 of them. So what do you do with all the dupe hero cards?
Yeah, because everyone's gonna have them. So
Everyone's gonna have them. So then they're just garbage.
Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, maybe they should have done it, because obviously you can say that about any card game. Like, everyone's gonna have a million commons and stuff.
Yeah, the commons. Yeah, but the heroes are supposed to be special. That's I don't know. But it's also nice to have more of them, like, so everybody can play every hero. So I don't know how you handle that.
No, would probably be better.
This is why CCGs.
Yeah.
Just buy the 18
I feel
hero
like
pack.
they could have released like a box of that just give you normal cards, and then be like, right, here's the starter decks. You can play with the heroes in this, or you can buy this £20 or €20 box that has one of every
hero, and then you don't find heroes in.
And then you don't find heroes in packs.
You don't find heroes in packs, and you buy them.
Because it should be easily accessible for everyone to play any deck they want with any hero they want. Like, I believe so. Anyway, I think that's how you should play it. If it's based around the heroes, you shouldn't be like, oh, I can't play this deck, or I've got this really good card for this deck, but I don't have the hero for it. But then again, they are going to be cheap because people are going to have loads, so you can probably buy them for 20p online.
It's just.
But then is there going to be a market for it? You know, it's I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird thing. I'm interested.
It's a weird thing. I'm interested to see where this goes. I mean, I wish them all the best. It is more of an interesting and fun game. It's a lot crunchier than I thought it was going to be. I do feel like drawing. I mean, it's like Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh! You draw the best cards, and I feel like you win. Magic's better at that because there are a lot of cards that allow you to draw or play from your graveyard or, you know, dig a little bit, and so that's part of the game. But in this game, there are not many cards that let you draw. There's not many things. The main function is the reserve, so you can play good cards twice, but you need to still draw the good card in order to play it the first time. And so it's a little bit weird. Like, Final Fantasy, like, we always go back to it, but drawing 2 cards a turn is really nice. Having tutors is really nice. You know, drawing cards is really nice. But when you don't have any of that and it comes down to who's drawing correctly, it's weird. And you do draw 2 cards a turn and choose which one you want to keep. So you're basically getting to, like, scry one first. But I don't know.
Yeah, it's like
they're trying to fix it. You can feel the fixes, right? You can feel them.
Yeah, I feel like so like I was talking to a friend a bit ago because I went round to his house and we were playing some Magic, and I said about he plays Commander, and I said about like, oh, I like playing just a 60 card deck because it's more consistent, and he's like, yeah, but it's less fun, blah blah blah, whatever. And I said, yeah, but when I sit down and play a card game, I said this is why I loved FF, is because everyone's going to draw exactly what they need, because you've got your tutors, you draw 2 cards a turn, there's only 50 card decks, there's, you know what I mean? You're playing against the best version of their deck whilst playing the best version of your deck. It's very rarely going to go wrong. You're going to play what you need to play, but they might have, don't get me wrong, they might have the cards to counter it or whatever, but that's because they're in the deck, and you know.
I play Commander because people play Commander, and I want to play card games.
Yeah.
And you have to realize that Commander is nonsense. Like, if you win in Commander, it just means nothing. If you lose in Commander, it means nothing. It's a lot of it's even politicking. Like, hey, don't attack me, attack that guy because I'll do this and all. Like, it's just something to do, you know. But I would always prefer to play a real card game. The problem is, if you want to do that with Magic, you want to buy like a good modern deck or a good Legacy, you're paying thousands of dollars. And that's always the problem. Yeah. Like, I would love to be able to go into a store and buy, you know, a starter deck, upgrade it with a couple of cool cards, $100, and you've got like a great deck. That would be amazing. That would be fantastic. I think that's what they say Pokemon is like, actually. Like every time they do like a world tournament, like they release the cards that the winning decks, like as you can like buy them really cheaply and stuff. I think that's really cool. The problem is Pokemon
Cool.
sucks, but it's the worst
Yeah,
card game
yeah.
ever. It's just terrible. The snowballing effect, and I don't know, man. And everything's like draw. If it doesn't say draw 3 cards, play a Pokemon, and heal 6, then it's like just garbage. It's really weird. I don't know. Card games are really hard because you do want to make money and you want to keep people excited, but you want to get the cards into the hands of the people. Apparently, Flesh and Blood was saying that, right? Like, we want to be better than Magic because we want they took away the Pro Tour. We want to have in Flesh and Blood competitions. We want to handle everything. But I've also seen in the past couple of years, Flesh and Blood, you need to get the equipment cards, right? You only need 1 of each equipment card for your hero. So you choose a hero, you choose like your 5 equipment cards or whatever. And sometimes those equipment cards are really expensive because there's no reprints and stuff like that. So it ended up being the problem it was trying to solve as well on some level. And so I also don't agree with how Flesh and Blood do it. Like, I need this 1 piece of armor for this deck because that's how, I don't know, like, I don't like that. I want to be able to pull out a deck and play, man. A good deck. And like you say, I want to play against the best version of your deck with the best version of my deck, and I want to go at it. And not being able to do that because one person doesn't have the money, that's not fun. That's just not fun.
Yeah, I mean, I will say we've been quite critical of the game in terms of the everything around it. I do have to
skeptical. I think I'd say skeptical.
Yeah, skeptical. Yeah, fair enough. The first game we played, I was like, I don't really get it. Like, I get the game, I just don't really. I didn't find it very fun.
We played yesterday, like when we weren't really playing properly, and yeah.
Just
kind of test the game out.
Yeah, we were just messing around trying to sort it out and stuff, and I was like, today. I have to say the 3 decks, the last 3 decks I played, so the first 3 decks I played, the last 3 you played.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun with.
Yeah. I'm the same. And that's why I'm kind of, like you say, why we're kind of being skeptical and being like maybe a bit over the top, because I would love this game to be good. I'm always dying for a new card game I can play. And so being critical to me is like, please don't have any of these issues that I hope they don't have. Because I love card games, and I would, if this game comes out and it's awesome, and having the unique cards is just a beautiful little twist so that when you draw it, you're like, cool, but it doesn't just win the game, or the rares, the boosts that they get, they kind of balance out between decks. If it all comes together, that would be amazing. I would love that. A 40 card deck, dude. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. 40 card deck, single faction. You can have 6 decks ready to go all the time pretty much, because you have 6 factions and cool different heroes, 6 heroes of each faction or whatever to try. I think that would be amazing. This could be a great game, but yeah, I need it to be great, and I need it to not be that expensive and not be trying to like push people out because they don't have the specific unique cards or the specific rare cards they need. That's why we just like games and we want them to do well. And so yeah, being critical isn't like stay away from this, don't do it. I'm like, no man, I'm hoping beyond hope that this game's awesome. I still don't know if I'm gonna back it, especially because they don't ship to Mexico, which means it would come to you, Lewis, again. But maybe I would. Maybe I was thinking I'll buy a box and I'll get one of each starter because I like to have at least a small collection. Maybe I will still do that. I'll think about it a little bit more. But if not, maybe at least I'd still get a couple of starter decks, just to have in the collection.
I'll buy the starter decks. If they're in the shop and I go in, I'll buy 3 starter decks.
Yeah, and just kind of have them around. As I always love collecting card games because I like the different mechanics. And this one, I have to say, never played anything like it. Like it,
Oh yeah.
They say with Lorcana, well, we didn't want combat because it's Disney and things. I'm like, dude, it's combat. Instead of attacking you, I go collect lore, but I tap my card the same. I do the same thing. It's essentially combat, and you're still challenging characters and stuff. In this game, you're not doing that at all. There's no combat. Like
it's like
Challenging characters in Lorcana is still combat. This game, they removed it. Like, they said that was the goal, and they actually did it, which other card games have tried to do and haven't really succeeded at. But I don't know. I never played anything like this. This is really interesting.
I will say, as the final thing I'm going to say about the game, is with how the rarity system is going, right? If they don't do some kind of Battle City tournament where the winner gets the best rarest card in the opponent's deck, they've missed an opportunity there, man.
That would be amazing, yeah. Oh no, play to keeps in this game with unique cards. That would be insane.
That'd be sick. That'd be proper. I'd watch that. I'd 100% watch that.
Oh yeah, you'd tune in for that for sure. I think people would. Oh my god, can you imagine you'd be so salty losing your favorite card? You know, another thing that they have in this one, remember I said you can scan the QR codes. So when you get a card, it's yours forever because you have it in your app, and you can print that, and so you can scan. You lose your deck or whatever, you can just like order a new deck. It's really weird. Something like that. You can like order a new deck because you have the cards scanned into the app. I don't know how that works, because if we both wanted to play the same deck, couldn't, and I scanned all my tokens, couldn't I just order two of them? I don't get how that works. But there's also something called a foiler in the boosters, and you scan them. It's another QR code, and in the app you can choose a card that you want to make foil, so that when you get it printed, it's foil.
This game just didn't need to be a tabletop card game. It just needed to be a digital card game, in my opinion.
Yeah, maybe.
Everything about it is just digital.
It's so weird, right? Yeah.
World into the real world, and it's like you need to just do one or the other, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like,
but the foiler is a really weird idea. I don't really get it. Like, you can ship your cards to yourself, so you can, so losing them doesn't matter. If they get scuffed up, it doesn't matter. You can get them reprinted. But then you get these foilers that you can turn cards foil, because they're a common, rare, and unique foilers. But I feel like a lot of people are just going to throw those away or put them online. Who wants these?
You know what they need to be?
I don't get it. Yeah.
They need to be what they call wild cards in MTG Arena.
Yes, that exactly. Instead of the foiler, so that you could get whichever card you wanted, like common or rare.
Make them rarer. Yeah, make them a bit rarer.
Yeah.
I don't know how rare they are, to be fair. They might be quite rare, but I think it's like 30% or something.
The foiler there's one extra. Oh wait, no. I don't know how many foilers are in, but there's like a foiler in like every pack, basically. But there's like a lot of them are common.
Yeah, it says 37.5% chance to have a foiler in slot 13 and everything. So it's quite a thing, but they're going to be a lot of commons. They could just do it where it's like if you have like X amount of commons, you could turn that into the next one, the rare, and then if you have X amount of them, you can turn it into unique, and then you can get cards you want, and that would make this rarity system so much better, I think.
That would be awesome.
Everyone could get one.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously unique, they can't do it with that. But if you could get, even if the foiler is whatever, right? But like you say, if you could get the wild card commons, you should really pretty much have all of the commons, because there are not that many, and if you buy a box, you've pretty much got them all. I guess maybe 3 copies of each, so maybe you still want those wild cards. But yeah, having the wild card for the rares, especially the changed faction rares that you need for your deck, that would be really sweet to see. That would be really cool, and it's because it would also solve the problem that we're complaining about. Like, if every card has 2 rare versions, and there's 300 cards in a box, so it's actually like there's 900 cards in each set. It's too many. It's, digging for them is going to be really difficult. But if you could wild card it, that would be awesome. Even if it was like 3 wild cards a box,
Yeah.
And you're still paying for the print and shipping, like you're still paying for the card to get made. So they're still going to make some money. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think that'd be interesting. But you know what, as well, I see that it says 2 to 4 players on here.
I think there's a 2v2 mode. I don't know how that's going to work, but maybe one of you plays as the hero and one of the companion.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like a lane per person.
Yeah, that'd be strange, actually. I don't know if that worked too well, but I don't know. I think it was fun. That's all we know. But yeah, I don't want to keep you around. Sorry, I know it's early for you. It's like 2 a.m., right?
All right. It's all right. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting very tired, but I'm all right for now.
Yeah.
But yeah. Overall, I had fun playing it.
I think that's what matters the most. We had a good time playing it. We got to try all the decks each. Where obviously we had some decks we preferred. I think the dice rolling deck was a lot of fun, but I feel like maybe for the benefit, for the downside of rolling a dice, maybe the cards weren't that good. Sometimes.
Yeah. I think the hero needed more text, where it was like, if you roll a 1, it dies. If you roll a 2, this happens. If you roll a
Right.
3, this happens.
Yeah.
I think that'd be way more fun. Or if you roll a 3 or 4, then it gets the +1. If you roll a 5, it gets a +2.
I
If you
think
roll a
that's
6,
what it should have
it's
been.
anchored.
I think they needed that +2 as well, because the +1's not it's not fantastic. Especially when the green cards just like get a +1 on your first
Yeah, exactly.
creature.
Everything
Yeah.
else gets it.
Just get a
So
+1.
the green
yeah.
card is like, get a +1 for playing a card, and it's like, I'll pay 2 and get anchored. So now you've got the world's
Yeah,
biggest card.
exactly. So you've got
Yeah.
+2 really, yeah.
Yeah, I have to roll the dice that has a 1 in 6 chance of killing my guy. And it's like, well, I understand that that's fun, and it absolutely was fun, but at
Don't
the same
expect
time,
to
it
win any tournaments anytime soon. Yeah.
yeah. The thing that it were probably correct for me to just not roll the dice and just play another card. Like,
Yeah, but why would you ever? Why even play the game at that point?
yeah,
I don't know. It's like I'm rolling the dice. If you beat the crap out of me, I have to roll this dice every turn. That is the curse of the gambler. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like you said, it was like a Joey deck, but with those decks, it was always like the minimum you're gonna get is a +1.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
It might not be enough, but you're gonna get a benefit from it. Whereas on this one, it was like, you might not get a benefit, which was fun, but then you might get a 1/1 benefit, which was literally pointless in most situations.
I think putting it straight into your reserve was pretty brutal. Like if it said put it into your reserve and then get like, I don't know, a 1/1/1 on the board, even like you know what I mean, like it replaced it with something bad or not good, but like at least you can't just be like your card's dead. By the way, your best card's dead. All right, thanks.
Yeah, it needs, like, for that to work, it needs to be like kind of a token-ish deck where you don't mind if it dies or something. But when you play not many cards a turn, which you're not in this game,
Yeah, and you're relying on one card to win a lane. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit brutal. But
yeah, maybe I will back
fun.
it. I'll think about it, because if you look through like the project funded stuff, it's like in the Kickstarter boxes, there's they've got like a bunch of stretch goals, and it's like there's a bunch of alternate art cards. The drop rate of rare cards is really high. They're making sure that you want to back it, because it makes the boxes and the starter decks that you get specifically from Kickstarter, they're different than the ones that are going to be in retail. Yeah. So you can get a bunch of really rare stuff, and I feel like maybe even monetarily, it might be worth it if the game does do well and you do get some unique cards or like rare cards that are like alternate arts, which I love that, right? For me, that's how a card game should be done, because I like to bling out my decks, and it's like, but I still want to be able to play with the best cards. But if you wanna spend money, get cool alternate art cards and full art cards and things like that. That's how I see it. So maybe I will back it. I think I'll still get a couple of starter decks. Probably I'll send them to you, Lewis, so you can play with them. And then I'll have to get them at Christmas or something. But yeah, fun game, funner than I thought for sure. Lots of concerns around how it's going to be distributed, and obviously it's a card game that's coming from Kickstarter, and even though they've got a lot of backing, like they've got 31 million pesos, which I don't know.
1.4 million.
1.4 million. And they asked, so they've got 30 times what they asked for. Yeah. So with that, they should surely be able to distribute enough and start some marketing. But they need to do it fast, man. I don't know how Flesh and Blood grew, because it was impossible to get a hold of, and the pandemic hit, and I don't know how it existed. I don't know how it survived. But these guys, this is enough funding to be able to really push this game. And it's a TCG, So pushing it is so hard to do. Like you have to push out people's collections of other games. You have to make sure that the game is fun enough, complete enough by set one, because set one of any card game is gonna suck compared to six sets down the line, because you have to start off with the basics, the vanillas. So I don't know, but they really have to put some funding behind this. It could die so easy. Transformers, it happened. Digimon was new like last year, and that's already dead. There are a bunch. The Dragon Ball one, One Piece. Does anybody play One Piece anymore? Lasted about 2 months. It was, I don't know.
They're there, aren't they?
They're there,
but
yeah.
You don't want to be that game, do you? You don't want to be a game that's there. You want to be a game that people play.
You want to be one of the top 5. You want to have weeklies, tournaments, locals. You want to have prize support and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember when people stopped playing FF, and it was like a lot of people dropped it, and we were like, not many people are playing anymore. And then when we go down, or if we go down, there's usually about 8 to 10 people on a Thursday, like on the weeklies.
Yeah.
And then you look at like Friday Night Magic, and there's like people who are like, no, I'm not playing it anymore because standard's kind of crap now, and this and that. And I think FF's getting more than the Magic at the shop sometimes, and I'm like,
wow.
Like most of the time, to be honest. And I'm like, that's
really cool.
Yeah. Quite. It's there. Whereas One Piece players come down and guy at shops like, oh yeah, we get a few players in. We keep it going because there's a few players that come down. But yeah, I don't know. You want to be a big game, don't you? You never just want to be there.
You don't just want to be there, exactly. Yeah. I think it's interesting. I mean, I'm just looking at the starter deck now, of like you can see the starter deck on the Altered website. And so the red starter deck, for example, you have your 1 hero, sure. But then you have, I see 1 rare, 2 rare, 3 rare, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rares. So there's just under half the amount of rares you can have. And so I know it's a starter deck, but I would have really have liked to have been able to play with what will a real deck feel like, A full 15 rare and 3 unique card deck. What will it actually play like? Because what we've just played and what people are going to put together are 2 very different things. And I understand that's how it happens with starter decks. But this is an online thing that's going to go away like tomorrow. So they could have put together some more interesting decks, I think, and let us try. But it could really flip the entire game around. When sometimes I was drawing cards and I was like, this sucks. I just can't do anything with this. But, if half the deck would be better or more unique, more interesting put together, I don't know. I think it could have really changed a lot of those games. Like, it could have made the decks that we didn't like as much, maybe they would have been a little spicier.
Yeah, you see, I've seen the first card I've seen when I clicked on cards is that card that you said you kept drawing, that put a card from your hand in the reserve.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that can be such a downside of a card, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it can be really good, but if you've got like good cards in your hand that you don't want to do, that's such a downside. And then the full-out one is you may put a card from your hand in reserve,
right?
And I'm just like, just make that card a make. Why do you make that a must?
Yeah, that's true. You just can't play that card. Yeah. And sometimes it's awesome because it's like sometimes you have like that engineer deck. If you play the card from reserve, you also get a 2/2/2. It's like, so now you can already start to see the deck potential, right? Like throw things in reserve, play them and get benefits, or play them for cheaper because the cards that are cheaper in reserve, and you can start to see like, oh, there was a card that was really good in the pink deck that was like 3 cost, but it was 1 cost from reserve. So now we can throw it into the reserve on purpose and then pull it back out, and you see it and you can start building it, but. I don't know, man. I want to be able to see that. I want to be able to get my hands on that, and I guess we just won't until the game drops. So. But yeah, I see what you mean. Like that, some of it's really weird, especially when you're drawing 1 card a turn, essentially, for like the first 6, 7 turns, and he's like, put it into the reserve. Like, no, dude, no, that is discard a card. That means discard a card.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Weird. I don't know. Yeah. Interesting though. I'll definitely take a look at it if it's in the store. If I go down, I'll definitely buy a few starter decks. I'll definitely play a few games. Same with Lorcana, I did the exact same thing. I bought, I'm not going to buy any more. I bought the 2 starter sets for the first set. No, 3 start sets for the first set, 2 for the second set. And I'm not going to touch that game again because it's okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm going in on. I've got 2 boxes of each set. I wanted a little collection. I wanted to see what the game was like, and honestly, it's a lot more fun when I've put some decks together. But I've also seen like top tier decks are already like 700 quid. Like it's not happening. Yeah, because there's too many mythic cards. I'll buy a box of set 3 and the starters because there's a new location type. It's like monsters in Final Fantasy. You know, it's like a completely new type of card. I'd like to see how it works, but I'll probably also pull back after that because it's good enough, but I don't think it's ever gonna. It's not gonna get for me. I like responding. I really like responding to effects on the stack. You know what? And you feel it in Lorcana. You can really feel it because there are certain points where you can't do anything and you're just so far ahead. There's nothing I can do. I have like 1 card in my deck to wipe the board, and I don't know. It's weird. In this game, I never really felt like that I would want to respond to something because it's 1 card a turn, like Ashes. It moved a lot faster, you know? Like, you're playing Lorcana, you're like, I tap this, play this, draw a card, tap this, ink this, play another effect, tap. And it's like, dude, you can just watch somebody beat the crap out of you, you know? Like, if they have a good hand. I really like the limited resources and 1 card each per turn because I don't know. You're seeing it happen, so it almost is like you're responding, but it's just not a stack effect. It's like, you get to do 1 thing, I get to do 1 thing, you get to do... I like that a lot. I think that works really well. It keeps the game constantly interesting because it's always your turn.
Yeah. It's... Yeah. Pretty much said everything.
Yeah. Well, man, thanks for sticking around. I know I kept you for a bit longer, but I think it were really fun to play. I am still interested in the game, which is great. I think that's a success, right? Like, I was like, let's play this game. I want to see if it's worth any time, money, and effort, maybe, to get a couple of these and back it and do all this. And clearly, what we got out of it is, yes, it's interesting enough, and that some of the decks were like really fun enough, and you can see where it's going enough that it's made it worth it. So I think that was a massive success. And we are very critical, like you say. We're very skeptical. So big success. Thank you for your time. I guess I'll see you later, dude. Sleep well.
Yeah. Gonna get off, get some sleep. So I'll see you later.
Night. Thanks for watching. Whoever watched, we got 63 views. I think that's okay. I hope maybe over the course of the Kickstarter more people will see this. But thanks for watching us yammer on for like 4 hours. Bye.